I think we're good this time. Yay. Yay for working OBS. I really should. I keep getting this error when I start up, and I really should like look it up and see what it means, but I haven't, and I'm just glad that it worked the second time I pushed the button. Hello everyone. Little something different today, as you can tell by the gigantic head cam, which I think should be like a little clearer this time. I turned up the resolution. Like when it's just up in the corner, it doesn't really need to be that great a resolution. And I had not changed it the last time I set big head mode. But this time I did, because we're going to be here for a little while. I'm not sure how long. Still need to do the usual start a stream things. A tweet and a Discord to let people know that I am 2 hours late. Finally live. And this may eventually go up on YouTube. Hello, if you're in the future. Please feel free to subscribe to probably throughout me. My last 2 hair streaming videos never actually went public. I never quite got around to that. So I don't know if this one will, but maybe it will. Hey son. Hi. Okay. So we got the tweet, we got the Discord, we have, no, that's not the window that I want. We have my notifications here. Notifications, why are you blank? Refresh, please, maybe? Okay, we have our notifications. They are looking musical. With the tier, oh my gosh, the tier 3, wait, where, okay, why can't we see, okay, hold on, Streamlabs, please, hi Musical, I'm out of it, I'm trying, we're gonna have a stream going here soon. Why is my computer just like suddenly like, we haven't dropped any frames yet, but my computer is chugging. Oh. Oh, I wonder, it might need a space. Maybe a space. Although you think it would know to just add a space. Like, why is my computer... Okay, I'm sorry, you guys. Like, sometimes you just never know when it's going to be a problem until you get started, and then it's a problem. Like, why? Computer, why? I mean, is it literally just borked? Like, I'm just trying to get, like, my notifications window where I can see stuff happening. And where I can... Okay, there. And now I can do this. And you guys can see it, because I remembered to put it on top of the camera this time. I don't use this scene very often, so it's just, it's a little bit weird. I don't know why my computer is doing this to me. Okay, we'll just not worry about that right now. So the first order of business is deciding if I'm putting in twists or braids, because I haven't really decided. I have like a bunch of different crochet braid styles because they're reusable. Hey Athalas, and I think I said hi Ginger, but if I didn't, hi. I'm going with like my larger ones. I kind of wanted to put in the small ones that I just had, but they're like a lot more work. And the like faux dreads that I have are also kind of on the smaller side and a lot more work. Why? Like, I just don't understand why my computer is doing what it is doing. Like why it's that high. Okay, well, I mean, I guess it's fine. We'll just keep going unless it becomes a problem. Like, I'm not dropping frames. I feel like the CPU does not usually run quite that high. So, Yeah. Or not in secret, in public. Like, it waits for me to go live to do this shit, son. It 100% does. So, let's see here. And once I decide, we can move this and we can get proper access to Beanie again. So, the braids, well, they're like cubic braids. So the braids are like this. They're a little fuzzy. I might trim them as I put them in. I think I've had those in the most times. And then, where'd that fuzzy go? I saw it. Right there. Little fuzzy something. Then the twists are like this. What do you think? I kind of want to go with the braids. I love the braids. Hey, Trey Lala. Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to remember. I think last year, I think I had my dreads when I went to California. And then I think I wore both of these, but I don't remember which. Yeah, the twists are, well, of course, they're also, so like I stick them on like a shoestring to store them. There's not as many of the braids on here. I mean, this isn't like all that I've got. But the twists definitely are. I mean, like, they give like a bigger, fluffier type of situation going on. I think we're going with the braids. Okay, so let's cram these back in here. And take out the rest of the braids, which are in like a whole bunch of bundles for some reason. Okay. And a loose one. Oh, you're a goofy looking one. I don't think I want to use you. So, like, these kind of crochet braids are reusable. I mean, they do get a little bit of wear to them. Like, they might get a little bit of frizz to them, stuff like that, but as long as you're like careful and patient when you take them out, and then you can like wash them and stuff, they're completely reusable. Reusable. Okay, I remember these are the ones that's like they were. Yeah, I see why these are separate, because they're like a slightly, I don't even know if the camera would pick this up, or if you guys as sharp eyes can tell the difference. Yeah. It's a black or black. It's like 1A instead of 1B. Okay, so that's why this little group is together. This is the pack that was labeled incorrectly, and I didn't realize until it was like way too late to return them. So those are like if we really need to fill in a spot. Yeah, Beanie, I'm using your chair as a table, friend. I hope you don't mind. So, no, it's easy. I've already done what is the hardest part for me, and it's only hard because I just am not very practiced at it, and because I'm doing it on my own self, which is the base, the cornrows. So, wait, why are these two separate? I think maybe these are the ones I wore last time, and then these are my extras. We're going to go with that. So some of the extras, since I didn't wear them last time, maybe it'll be a little bit less frizzy. So these might be some of the ones I use in the front. And then these, let me see, can I like I've got like a, oh yes, because I tied it like that so that I can untie it like that. So, some of you may wonder when I come on stream, and this one, see, like, this is like an example one that wouldn't be reusable. I don't even know how this one got still in the box. Trey Lala, thank you so much for the 6 months of support. I greatly appreciate it, especially when I'm doing like weirdo streams like this. Like, it got like pulled apart, like it's got a weird loopy thing going on. I might be able to get it to go back properly, like if I really mess around with it, but for now that's like 100% an emergency one. Like if I buried it in the back somewhere, you probably wouldn't notice, but it's like not my first choice. So a lot of you may wonder when I come on stream, get the beanie cam fixed with a scarf on my head, like what's going on under there? What's under the scarf? So the first thing under the scarf is a little satin cap. And the second thing under the scarf, well in this case, is cornrows. And this is for me the hard part, because having your arms up here for like a long period of time, but I mean I got them pretty neatly done where, well, I don't know, hopefully you guys can see, like the back is, you know, tucked up and done. So this is the base for the braids. If I was doing like the smaller size one, I would probably do 10 in front instead of 8 in front. And maybe, how many do I have in back? 5? Yeah, I think I have 5 in back. I'd probably do 7 in the back instead of 5 if I were using like the smaller braids that I just took out, or if I were using like the faux locks. So this is what, when I was saying I was braiding on Wednesday, this is what I was working on. And they don't have to be like super neat, but like if they're small and flat and lay nice, then the braids are gonna lay nicer. And obviously like the parts in the front need to be clean so that, you know, the braids look nice in the front. So now what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna like take a section of these off of here and set the rest over here. So like I really just want to get these done. Like, I mean, I could leave this longer, but like I've already just had these in plain for like what, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, 4 days. And like I said, if they're very, very like frizzy, you know, like you can see little hair. Well, I guess you guys can't quite see, but you know, little hairs coming off them. You can just neaten them up. But I'm gonna try and just like kind of not rush through this exactly, but I can trim them once they're installed, and once they're installed, half the time it just doesn't even look as messy as you think it is anyway. So taking the time to like each individual one, like how can I, yeah, you guys can kind of see that there's just like little, but that also like can help to make them look a little bit more natural. So what I like to do, they're generally the same size. Never have the patience to do that on yourself. I mean, it always takes me longer than I feel like it should, especially like once I get to the back, because like in the front I can kind of see what I'm doing, but in the back like it's 100% by feel, and that's just kind of awkward. So these are mostly all the same size / length, but you can see there's a little bit of variance to them. And you guys know me, so I like to, I feel like it helps to keep my head a little bit more symmetrical if I like match the lengths as I'm installing. So I'll usually pick like 2 at a time that are similar and then install one on either side of my head. So these are crochet braids, and we'll be getting installed with a crochet, I was going to call it a needle hook, because they have a little loop at the top. They're not, they're synthetic. I'm sure they probably do sell like actual hair ones, actual hair, human hair, real hair, for more expensive. But these are pretty nice. I mean, they feel, yeah, they're nicer than like Barbie hair, synthetic hair. I mean, they're pretty nice. Hand feel. So yeah, I've just got it looped on my finger right now. I'm looking for any like huge giant, you know, fuzzies or whatever. So looped on the finger. Let's see. I usually start in the back because it's easiest, because then you're, you know, working instead of, and then trying to like work under what you're working. So we've got like the 2 front, these 2 feed into 1 in the back. Like it's so, I hope you guys can see that. It's like I want to start at like the bottom of this one. So, gonna do the hook and then like loop it on there, like, you know, do it like that, and then can do it with your fingers. I tend to just do it with the hook and then pull it through. One. And repeat. Probably, I don't know, probably 60 or 70 times. All right, so this one isn't bad either. So yeah, like I said, I try to keep them like symmetrical just for my own perfectionist tendencies. So now that that's all explained, we can start talking about nails, because I figured I could like just like basically ramble the whole time I'm doing my hair about what we have planned for 12 Days of Christmas. 2. I'm not going to keep counting, by the way. Yeah, well, I mean, it wasn't hard even like the first time I did it. Like, I feel like I've learned, I don't know if I want to call them tricks, but some ways to make it easier on myself. This is, well, you guys know, you guys have seen me in braids several times. I kind of wanted to buy some new ones. I kind of wanted to get some 2-strand twists that were skinnier, like the braids I just hid in. Because I was looking at those when I got the braids, and then I settled on the braids, and like a longer length too. Like, these are quite a bit shorter than the last pair I had in. So I'm just trimming a little bit. The other ones, were they 20 or 24 inches? And I think these are 14 inches. Hey, Amethyst. I saw your post that you were having internet issues. And like every crochet braid tutorial you see, just about 99%, they have this fucking crochet tool. I don't know why the hair crochet tool is neon lime green and pink. But like, it seems to be almost the only one out there that is like sold particularly for crochet braids. There's no reason in the world you couldn't use a regular crochet hook. I mean, all you need is the action. Oh goodness, KJD, hello. 10 months of support. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. So okay, I said how like these front two go like to one in the back, and then like here it's kind of hard to see. We have like some crossing over so that we don't just have like a part the whole way back my head. Like, it helps with how the braids lay. So like this one here goes into the second braid in the back, and then these two, or do these cross and go to the second one, and then these cross, and there's 8 in the front and 5 in the back, so they, you know, cross and they combine. And you know, you're right. Now that I think about it, I'm not a crocheter, so I never thought about this. So should they be called latch hook braids? Hey, Daggett. We're doing braids. And well, we haven't gotten around to talking any nail art yet. Yeah. Well, you've got a lot less of it to deal with now. Thankfully, I won't have to do anything for several weeks other than like a little bit of moisturization. You can wash them with the braids in also. But as far as like when I get up in the morning, it'll be so much easier. I mean, I didn't name them. I mean, obviously, like, I didn't make these. I didn't come up with this. I'm not even a particularly great example of this, but I discovered these a few years ago, and I think they're just, like, they look good, and it's easy, and I've always liked braids. Yeah, now that it's winter time, I bet. I mean, mine varies. I mean, you guys have seen some of the stuff I do with my hair. Okay, so there we go. Now we've got one in the middle. And like there are, see, one of the things, like once they're like a little bit more used, it's like I can see that there's a hole in there, but it's gotten frizzy to the point where it's a little bit harder to find exactly where the middle is. Yeah, I can just imagine. Like, oh, I just want to dry my hair. Oh, now I have no power. Alright, so this one will be the 5th one, center braid. So this is the last one in our first row. Alright, I'm going to try to give you guys a back view. Or at least like a somewhat. So sidetrack. Well, not really a sidetrack because it's also part of the stream. But before we go any further, like I do have the 12 days sketches here, and I have the 12 days notes. So before we had decided on sugar plums, snowflakes, nail foil poinsettias, nail vinyls, and the coal. And I'm like, I feel like we're leaning very heavily gel. I feel like we're leaning very heavily, see, like these two. Sorry, sidetrack within the sidetrack. And it just has to do with like how tight they are or how, you know, stretched out they are, but they're like almost an inch different. So I don't want them like on symmetrical places on my head because your eyeball will notice that shit. Even if you don't know what it is and you'd be like, that looks kind of weird. So I need to pull off a couple more and like find some to match these with. You know. And even if they're right next to each other on the same side of the head, I don't think it's the same thing because you're, I don't know. It's like I just want it to be symmetrical-ish. Let's take these. What was that? Oh, so I felt like we were leaning heavily gel and heavily complicated, and I kind of wanted something not gel and not complicated for like one of the earlier days techniques / designs. Wow, this one is really quite fuzzy. Honestly, I mean, eventually I'm not going to be able to keep reusing these because they're going to just look janky. But I don't know if they still make this kind. I like the cubic braid because it makes the braid a little bit more girthy. Anyway, so I was thinking about this the other day, and like kind of some of the ideas that we had already talked about, and like which one of these do I really want to move forward to. And this idea dawned on me that I think is a wonderful idea. I hope that when we get to the actual testing that it turns out as cool as I think. But like, so how about ornaments done with magnetic polish? This is my idea. And I don't know that it's necessarily an original idea to me. Like, I'm sure that's probably been done before. But I haven't done it before. And like, I put up one of the streams of we were doing all those magnetic polishes like in the summertime, and I was like, man, I should incorporate that somehow into 12 Days of Christmas. And then I was like, ooh, how about little magnetic ornaments? And then too, obviously, if you've been paying attention to the theme of 12 Days of Christmas, would mean a magnetic marble of some sort also, which I don't know how that's gonna work out. Like, do I magnet it in the cup? Do I magnet it as soon as I dip the nail? So I don't want to place these like right next to each other, or you're going to end up with a heavy, crowded, hot head. So I want to have like a decent fingers width kind of between them. And I mean, this is kind of another situation where it comes in handy to be ambidextrous. Like, I do make sure that they're looping like the same. That's why I keep switching hands, because it's easier to do the one way than the other, so that the loop like ends up on the bottom instead of on the top. Yeah, even if it just shows off the multi-chrome and the marble. I feel like I've seen people do magnetic water marbles before. Like, I can't remember who, I can't remember where or what or when, but like, if these will water marble, I think we should be able to get something of a magnetic pattern out of it. But that will remain to be seen. But I mean, I just think that the ornaments could be really cool. Oh no. Do you think, I mean, it is like extra layers, and the way the bubbles like form, you do end up with some like extra thick spots, particularly of the top coat. Do you think that kind of played a part in it? Jar Werewolf, thank you for the follow. Welcome to an out of the usual stream, although I mean they always really do go very well, you guys. I appreciate your support in all my endeavors. We do usually Saturday afternoon is for nail art. These two about even? No, you're not. It's like matching up socks. Do you guys, okay, here's a question for chat. How aggressively, maybe that's not the word, like when you get your socks and you're matching your socks, like how in-depthly do you match your socks? Like for me, most my socks are like pretty much all the same. But like some of them are older and some of them are newer, so some of them have more elasticity left in the, we call it this pot where you put your foot in, the sock neck. There's more elasticity in the sock neck. So like I want, looser ones to go together, snugger ones to go together. Maybe some of them are stretched out a little, maybe some of them are kind of like the braids. So how aggressively do you match your socks, you guys? I sit here and I'm like, it's like a scientific sort of a thing. Oh, thank you, Jar. Yeah, when I do my gel, I try not to get too aggressive with the filing. Of course, you don't want to, but at least through like the top coat. In instances where I actually do like a full gel manicure, of course, most of the time we've got a peel off base coat. And speaking of base coat, so like today, like with the Hollow Days Hollow collection, the base coat's finally out. She's got a latex product out too. There's the ridge filling base too, which, I mean, I do keep a ridge filling base on hand, but it's just not something that I normally use. I used to use it more on my toenails because they do have more ridges, but then like I started getting really lazy with pedicures, and so I started going with more of a long lasting base just because I want to be able to keep them on there looking halfway decent longer. Yeah, that's how I feel. And the thing is, I know that if I wait like literally, let's say a minute, you won't notice anymore. But when you first put your socks on, if they're uneven, then you just feel like your whole life is uneven. Maybe that's dramatic. Yeah, I wonder, because I mean, it wasn't like a new brand of gel polish for you, right, son? All right, so this one's going to be kind of like right where they sort of come together. Like I said again, like, so here's a braid, finger, and then my next finger is like where I want my next braid to be. It's caught in my earrings, and that is a one downside. It's one of the most like common culprits of snagging my braids is the backs of my earrings, even though they're flat backs. Like, you guys, like they have labre backs, like my lip ring. Because I had my ears pierced for so many years, and I fell off wearing earrings because they're so uncomfortable to sleep in, but I hate like switching them all the time. And then I realized, hey, I can use flatbacks in my ear holes. Let's do that. Hey, yo. Oh, were you using clippies instead of foil? So with the clippies, yes. Number one, work with the bowl also, but like, I also find that like they don't prevent as much evaporation either. And like, of course I have one handy. Like when you put your finger in there, like depending if you put it in like certain ways, like it feels almost loose. Like you want to like, with these at least, you like really, like my nail is actually touching the back of the spring part. And sometimes if I know, because I mean, it's opening like this, so it's not opening like, oops. It's not opening like this. It's opening like this. You know what I mean? So sometimes, like, depending on how you put the cotton on there, you can kind of compensate for the angle and get it to stay on there a little more sturdy. Okay, where's the hole in this one? There it is. Oh. Maybe. Is it, I know you were saying, like you were looking at some of the settings, Daggett, and you were saying, wait a minute, that's not supposed to be like that. Is it like not remembering the settings that you put it on? I mean, like last night, you didn't have any problems. Was it not on 4K last night? Or was it just happened to do weird shit? I hope that fixes it for you, because that's a really, like, that's a nice camera. Like, this is okay. And like I said, it's usually like at a lower resolution because it's just like, you know, the size of the beanie cam. And then I was like looking at my big head mode. I was like, you know, can I change that? But this is the C922. Do you say what you are on you? You don't. I think this is the C922, and it does 60 FPS, but it doesn't do 60 FPS at its max resolution. So like we're only at 30 FPS right now. Unfortunately, you guys, you're missing half the action. Well, not really, but I mean, life is more than 60 FPS, but usually we're at 60. I thought about changing how the Brio is mounted and like using that instead, because that's what usually we use for the hand cam. But then I decided, like, I mean, you guys can see what's going on. It's not all that. Oops, I put that on the wrong finger. All right, now, like I said, I'm just, like, so on the second side, it's like, okay, here's a braid, here's a finger, here's the next one, and then also feel like, is that symmetrical, oops, with the one on the other side, which it is. I know, Dag. I know some people, like, absolutely can tell. And, I mean, I can even tell myself, like, if I really, really look. Like, I'm not super good at, like, identifying resolutions. Like, oh. But that was one of the reasons that I switched to this camera for my face cam rather than return it when it didn't work out for the hand camera. Hey, Caters. Welcome. Welcome to the hair strum. Okay. So, like I said, like, I kind of work the back and bottom and then, like, up around, like, the lower frontish one. Hey, Anne. Coco and Claire Basco. So, but how about when you take a shower, though, Anne? Is what I would be worried about. Yeah, see this one. What do we got going on here? This one's got like a very fuzzy thing going on by its... And it probably got this way from me being either rushing or too aggressive taking it out last time. So I'm either gonna see if I can... Yeah, I think if I do... Oh, I see what I can do here. Like this. I almost feel like I should just trim this part off. But I don't like trimming up by the loop if I can avoid it, because I feel like that's obviously, you know, making it weaker. Gonna make it eventually, like, not last as long, but some of this has to go. And then the rest of this can kind of go in here like, yeah. And then we're good. Do you want a couple tips, Daggett? It's not that bad. I felt bad for you. I was like, oh, hell yeah. I was like, Daggett made it past Zode. He's gonna beat the hell out of his Pantheon right now. And then you were like, oh, ooh. Oh, no, what's going on? Oh, I was like, oh, no. There's only one other one in P3 I think you'll need practice on. I mean, like the other ones, everybody except for the final boss that you'll fight in P3 is already available for you to practice. I mean, it's completely different, but it's also like exactly the same. You can only damage Umu when it shell falls, but you don't have Coral to break the shell. You have the... I mean, they're little jellies compared to Umu, but they're what we usually would call the big jellies, because they're the explosive jellies. But some of your choices of attacking the jellies, I was like, that had no chance in the world of hitting Umu. Why did Daggett hit that jellyfish? So what I do, well, number one is I dream nail the hell out of them big jellies. Like, I'm leaving Umu's fight full health and full magic, period. Dream nail Umu too, for that matter, but that takes a little bit more timing. The jellies, like, you can see where they're floating up and which platforms are in line with them, and they're slow enough that they're usually pretty easy to get a dream nail lined up for. You know, whereas Umu, it's not your imagination. Umu can move at you at multiple speeds, and sometimes, you know, if you think they're going to go slow and they go fast, or think they're going to go fast and they go slow, then you're not going to get your dream nail. Yeah, so that was my second thing, Daggett. And of course, like, I'm not the best ever. What I do is I very rarely nail the jellies. I fireball them. Like, when you're on the walls and you're hopping up or you're sliding down and you see them, like, right in line with Umu, even if they're on the other side of you know, you're here and Umu's here and they're over here, fireball them. The fireball, if it's you, big jelly, Umu, the fireball will push it into Umu. If it's you, Umu, big jelly, it'll hit it and then it'll come back towards you. Like, I try to keep them just moving horizontally, if that makes sense. And like I said, dream nail the hell out of them, so you should have, like, plenty of fireballs. Plus, if your aim is off or, you know, whatever didn't quite work out, usually with that technique, because there are so many platforms, if it doesn't hit Umu, it'll hit a platform and it won't hit you in the face. So even if you miss Umu, you at least don't take additional damage. Sunsets are really nice right now. We saw the nicest sunset on the way home from the candy store yesterday. Candy store was awesome, by the way, if anybody has not seen my ridiculous haul pictures. Yeah, I mean, getting hit in the face by balls is probably an acquired taste that most people don't have. All right, I'm trying to feel in the back here. Like I said, this part gets a little bit difficult because I can only feel. Like, the braids all kind of come together. And, like, this braid, you know, you braid it, and then, like, the edge of it comes and connects into this braid. I don't really want to attach anything on this part here. I want to, like, stick to attaching it on this braid. And I hope you guys could see and hear what I was saying, since I was facing away from the camera and facing away from the microphone. But I don't do it like this very often. So, yeah, when God Home first came out, Daggett, he actually had, like, I want to say probably 3 times the HP he has right now. And it was an actually really brutal fight. I don't think he summoned the jellies as frequently either. And he was really hard. But, like, oh, that's kind of tight. So, like, I kind of went through here, and it's like a tight part of the braid where I barely can, like, get it through. If it were any tighter, I would probably place it in a different area. But I think it's, like, just loose enough for me to be able to get it in there nicely. He was legitimately hard, and so that was one of the changes they made. That's why the current patch is 1.4.3.2 whatever. Like, there was a rebalancing patch right after God Home first came out, where they changed a bunch of the way things worked in God Home. And one of them was just, like, to nerf the fuck out of Umu. Like, if you, like, get a whole bunch of, you know, plenty of soul, you can 2-cycle him super, super easy. Like, you know, couple jelly hits, couple fireballs each time, and he's dead. Well, you saw kind of how quickly he died when you fought him in the hall instead of in the Pantheon. It really is just a matter of, you know, getting the jellies on him, which is also, of course, RNG. He spits them. Well, he doesn't spit them. That's a balder term. He spawns them quite frequently, but I mean, it is RNG. I honestly, and this is probably something I should know. I don't know if he's limited the same way he is in the vanilla fight. Like, in the vanilla fight, generally, there's 3 cycles to open and then 2 cycles in between. But any of those can have an extra cycle. So you could end up with a 4-cycle start and then 3 cycles in between. Which, of course, like, speedrunners hate Umu. Because, you know, you could be on pace and then Umu will be like, extra cycle! Ah! You made it! And there's, like, literally nothing you can do. Well, for one thing, because you have all your gear. Oh, it's his homework stream. You're gonna have to either abandon me, Daggett, or dual stream. Because I'm 90% sure this is Jerry's homework stream, and much as I do enjoy your company, I'm pretty sure you're probably a little bit more interested in that than in watching me do my hair. Hey, Miss Shrado. My cornrows, yes, I did. That was Wednesday's project. Okay, so when we did this manicure with, you know, fully wrapped, regular polish, no peel off base coat and stuff, it's because this was, like, in the works, because I wanted to do this, because I needed to wash my hair, because I needed to braid my hair, because there's lots of moisture involved, because I didn't want to worry about, like, having a peely braided in here. So the original plan was, like, when I was feeling super optimistic, was to do it Sunday before stream. That obviously didn't happen. Then it was like, well, okay, do it Monday. Okay, that didn't happen. Tuesday, I had a doctor's appointment. Didn't happen. Wednesday it happened, and I was like, okay, and then we'll do this too. And then that didn't happen. And then Thursday, these were supposed to happen, and that didn't happen. And yesterday, well, I was at the candy store all day. I mean, what do you expect me to do? So, I'm very, very behind, but... And did I say hello, Kitty? I said hello, Miss Shrado. Mrs. Shrado. I feel like it usually comes out of my mouth sounding like Ms. Shrado, but, you love Umu. Yeah, Daggett just fought him for the first time today. Or was it the first time today? I think it was the first time today in the Pantheon. He was having a little bit of trouble, but I think now that I've told him my secrets of the universe, he's gonna kick his butt next time he goes in there. Especially, I don't know if Daggett's still here because I literally told him to leave my stream, which is such a pro streamer move. But especially if you have Dreamwielder on, which is part of my my Pantheon build, but I don't know if it's part of yours because I think Quick Focus is part of your build. Makes it really easy. Like, if there were one overall tip I would give you, Daggett, it's just like, man, sneak them dream nails in there, dude. But not too much. I think Failed Champ got you cautious because you were like, man, you were dream nailing him, and then you realized that the dream nailing him was preventing you from actually beating him. And now I feel like you dream nail less. But in God Home particularly, like, especially at the start of the fight, okay, we're at another little weird spot where I'm just having to, like, feel my way through here and see where I want to. Especially at the start of a fight, like at the start of the Zote fight, if you're really quick, like when he pops up, like hold forward, and then like as soon as you can walk almost, dream nail, you can sneak in a dream nail at the beginning of the Zote fight. You could sneak in a dream nail at the beginning of the Grim fight. Some, like Failed Champ, oh, this is really weird. I feel like, okay, I connected these different. That's what the problem is. That's why they feel different. Like the failed, well, False Knight and Failed Champ, you know, like how I explained, like you're dream nailing the armor, you're not dream nailing him. You could dream nail the fuck out of the armor after the fight. Always leave that fight with full soul. Wait, who's going to a concert? Yeah, hold on, kitty. Let me finish this one. Of course, I don't know if you guys actually confirmed if you can hear me when I'm, you know, maybe let me turn this way. Then I'm kind of still, like, turned toward the microphone. Is this like, wow. So, like, we got 2 braids here that go into 1 braid. And then we've got, like, braids here that crisscross and, like, go into these braids and combine into this braid. And then, like, the braid connects to this braid, and these braids connect into this braid, and then the end of the braid, I don't even know where it is like, you know, they're all combined into 1 braid at the end, and then that braid I use the crochet hook and I just like tuck it under there so that it's all just like that. Yeah, well, we were just saying, I was showing the hook. I was like, it's a crochet hook. As somebody pointed out, it's a latch hook. So I don't know why they call them crochet braids. Like, it would be hard to do this with just like a regular crochet tool. Because, you know, these especially, like the amount of hair that you have to get like successfully trapped in there to pull through, I don't feel like would be an easy task with a regular crochet hook. Okay, see, these are all like slightly, we could put this one in the middle. I like kind of too sometimes taking, like I was saying, there's some that are slightly longer, slightly shorter, like keeping in mind the back of my head, like put some of the longer ones in the center, so then when you have like a back view, you have more of a shape. Well, I guess this is true. I mean, sometimes it's weird. Sometimes the mic picks up stuff I don't expect it to, and sometimes it doesn't pick up stuff I expect it to. I hope you have fun, yo. Who are you? I missed who you were going to see. I saw something about a jazz artist. Okay. So, again, like, feeling my way, like I said, like, the parts that are, you see? Like, this is the bottom of this braid up and then fed into this braid. I don't want to attach anything to this. I just want to, like, stick to attaching on the main braid. And, like, what I do on the center braid is I usually, like, alternate how the hook is placed, or do, like, a straight back hook. Instead of, like, on this side I do it this way and on this side I do it this way. If that makes sense. Kurt, that sounds so familiar. I think I know maybe who that is. Okay, let's see here. We got this and this. And then we got this. Okay, I'll do here. Is that? No, that's not going to work. So yeah, like I said, 8 times probably already. The back is a little harder because I can't. Okay, actually. Plus 2, sometimes like the parts where the other parts were fed in, sometimes the braid gets a little bit like gnarly or misshapen. So sometimes then that's hard to crochet on too. But like, it doesn't hurt anything to like decide I don't like how that feels, or I don't like that section of braid, and replace the crochet. Or even, I mean, like I said, they're reusable. If you place it and you're like, oh man, that's not actually, just like this one. Okay, let's see if I can show you. I don't like where this is. I feel like it's too close to this one. Like, it's barely a finger's width. So all you gotta do is like loosen it, pull it through, you know, okay, and then I can redo it. Yeah, nice hotel, good food, hopefully good concert. I don't know literally anything about concerts. I've never been to a concert. I mean, I feel like it could be really good if it's a good experience. You know, good seats, good music, not surrounded by assholes. I mean, that's the part you have no control over. Okay, so let's try to place this up just like a little bit higher, and maybe like a slightly... So like when the braids get really thick like they kind of do in the back, I don't actually want to go under the whole braid because it's so big that like the loop, like I don't want to loop it over such a big chunk. I want to loop it through a smaller chunk. So I actually just go through like part of the braid, whereas like when I get more toward the front, I'll be pretty much going like underneath the whole braid. There, that feels a little bit better. We'll do that. Okay, grab a few more here. Yeah, you supervising, Beanie? Like, what do you think of this shit? He seems completely like unimpressed. I mean, he's a cat, so. Yeah, I feel like with a jazz concert, that's probably less of a worry than like, I don't know, somebody with like crazy young teen fans that are like, oh my god, you know, type of situation. I would probably, I don't know, I guess it would depend on like what the venue is, and maybe for the right like artist I'd be able to get over to just be like, I mean, concerts are huge crowds, I mean, almost by definition. I mean, I guess there are smaller venues, but yeah. Yeah, well, that's, yeah. I mean, I know some of them, you can easily go spend a couple $100s on a ticket, and that's if it's, like, in your own town, let alone if you're traveling. That's fun, though. Are you guys going to stay in Chicago a little while and, like, touristy it up, or are you guys, like, basically just there for the concert? I feel like I would want to touristy it up for at least like a day. Although, pretty cold time to be touristying it up in Chicago. I'm going to assume that they have somewhat similar weather to what we've been having in Minneapolis lately, which is cold as fuck. Like, it's literally been like winter-ass time temperatures, and it's like not even Thanksgiving, and I'm not pleased. Alright, so now here too, like this is, I don't want to show this. Like this very edge one, like it's a very small kind of short braid, and I don't want to put like a huge ton of amount of tension on my edges. So I kind of like try to go not too heavy. I would say probably there's room for 3 more braids here. So we'll try to, all right, I've got the one here, a finger and another finger, and does that, yeah, that still leaves me room for like 2. And also like being mindful of my glasses too, which isn't like usually a problem, but I'm always kind of mindful around my ears. Okay, we got completely sidetracked from talking about nails. We talked about nails for like 5 seconds. But I remember I did tell you guys, so I was thinking of magnetic ornaments. Yeah, so see like how this lays kind of like right behind my ear instead of like right. I mean, not that these two aren't going to cover my ear, but like it just kind of lays nicely there. I feel like a couple of these are sticking out a little weird, but so, and they're like that long, so not super long, but you can see like this isn't like full, but I mean you can see how quickly they add up and why you don't really want them like right next to each other. Wait, so you get lake effect warming as well as lake effect snow? Well, I guess Chicago doesn't usually get lake effect snow because it's not on the right side of the lake for that, but I didn't know that lake effect warming was a thing. I kind of feel like I should have. Yeah, loose hairs, fuzzy bits. Can you... Like, some of them don't even need the scissors. I mean, I'm not being super delicate with these. I've already worn these... 4 or 5 times? Maybe? Maybe more? So... Like, even the synthetic ones are not, like, cheap, but they're reasonably priced considering. See, now here too, like where the braid connects back to the other braid, like there's a loose section. Like this is loose enough to just stick my finger in. Oh yeah, see this? Oh, okay, I see. My parting wasn't fully even. So can I like... The problem too, if you do try to crochet on one of those sections that's detached, is that the braid just slips around. Whereas if you put it, under one of the cornrows, then it's, it's in place. Alright, yeah, that's fine. Okay, yes, back to nails. So for the magnetic ones, I'm debating, like, do I want to stick with one color? Do I want to go with, like, all 3 colors? I don't know. I've been to Chicago once. I didn't make it out to like the pier part. I went to the Bean because it was kind of on the way. I went to the Married with Children fountain, and I went to the aquarium, which is pretty freaking cool. And I kind of like, I wanted to go to some of the museums and stuff, but I balked at the price, to be honest, you guys. Like, in Minnesota, I am spoiled because so many of our museums and shit are free. Like, these extra expensive ass museums in Chicago, it's like, what are you talking about? Like, I will wait until I'm home and go to the Minneapolis Institute of Arts for free. I mean, recommended donation, of course, all that stuff, blah 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 blah. But yeah, I was taken aback by the prices. Taken completely aback. Okay. So I think also, like I said, we've got these ones which are slightly less used and slightly less frizzy and possibly, hopefully, somewhat, like, all the loops are not created equal, and for the very front I like to try and find some that are on the smaller side, like these. Okay, so let's do those. Should match okay. And then these ones. So I realize now too that when I first started I said I wasn't going to be doing that much trimming, and I'm totally doing tons of trimming. Like, I just can't help it. It makes it easier to deal with them when there's not like just little miniature tangles all over the place. Also, with ornaments, like when I was wearing them as manicures, I think every single time I ended up topping them with a flaky hollow. And I don't know if I want to do that for the ornaments or not. Or maybe like a linear, or maybe like all different sorts of hollow finishes. A local or a school? Well, I mean, I guess that's better than nothing, but as not a local or a school, I object. Snip, snip. Can you guys hear the scissors? I bet you can. Because the microphone is good like that. Okay. Of course, this one's a little bit... like, these two are the same length, but they're not... Can you guys tell how this one is just like a little bit looser and this one's like a little bit tighter? Probably not. That's probably just me. Some museums too, or places that just charge a fee or whatever, will have like a an evening or an afternoon or just a particular day or whatever where they are free. It's like, you know, third Monday of every month or something like that. So, unfortunately, if there was such a thing, my time there did not line up with such an event. This is all the stuff I've trimmed off so far. Alright, so these will be a little closer than usual because I want to do like 1 and then 2. So let's do one here. I hate working right by my ears too. I don't know. They just seem like they get in the way. Alright, so there's that one. And then, and 2, like with the ones that are going to be like right up in the front, it's kind of particularly important that the loop is pretty frizz-free and clean, just to have it like look decent at the front. Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, here's a free day. P.S. We don't really want you to come. So, put this, and like at the front, like I said, like being really careful of my edges. Like, I don't want a lot of pressure to be pulling or be like being rough. Especially like this part, the pull through part. Like you can kind of see, like how tight that is. Like I was saying, if you go through and you're like, oh, it doesn't feel right, or I don't think that's a good spot. All right. I'm gonna do 2 on the opposite side. Also, I keep circling back to nail art because I said I was going to brainstorm, and it's like it's just simmering kind of in the back of my head. I also, okay, so you guys, I procrastinated, and now I only have a number of days, a very small number of days, until my YouTube anniversary. It's Thursday. It's crunch time, you guys. So we kind of want to go like, why do I feel like it's so much? Oh, because it is. Duh. Okay, I'm so, let's do like this. Oh, that's so much easier already. I'm like, why does it seem easier to look over here than over here? Because the thing wasn't centered in my monitor, that's why. Yeah, 25 for the Art Institute. That's ridiculous. To my cheap self. Okay, sorry. Just feeling things out. I think it's like, okay, whoa. I shouldn't feel things out with the crochet hook in my hand. I should be more mindful of turning so that you guys can see what I'm doing too. That didn't actually hurt. I just thought it was going to because it felt so tight. Alright, then one more and we're done with this layer. Oh, you need trimming. Got a whole thing here that needs to be trimmed off. Yeah, that's janky. We'll just do like this. Alright. And then we'll have like right here. And this is like the skinniest, tightest little spot. No. Okay, so if you do like go on the wrong spot, close the thingy before you pull out. Like it's gonna be like very close to this one, like right. Yes, my eyes are closed. All right. We're, I don't know, maybe a third done? Yeah, see, I still feel like when I just run through them, there's little... It's just little fuzzies all over the place. So... Okay, what do we have out here? Okay, you two don't match, and You don't match either. So this good boy here. He's super mellow and relaxed right now for some reason. What did I say the word? Mellow and relaxed? Say no, not me. Now I'm suddenly hungry and starving. Or were you dreaming about eating and that's why you're licking your chops? All right. To pick a food, tacos, sandwiches, hot sandwiches. This is one that's a little bit, you see how it's just like it's pulled a little bit unevenly, but the thing is, you know, like back in here, you're not gonna see that part. You're just gonna see the rest of it, so it'll be fine if I choose to use it. Sometimes, you know, just knowing bugs me because perfectionist. Mesmerizing. Well, I'm glad I decided to do it. At first I was like, I'm gonna just do nails, I'm gonna just put a scarf on my head and whatever, and then I'm like, well, if you do that, when are you gonna do your hair? Like literally when, Colette, and you're gonna put like peel off back on. Like for this section, it's really generally not a problem to have peel off, because I mean this isn't as hard on my nails as far as like products and stuff as like the actual cornrowing or the washing and detangling and all that part. You know, obviously my hair's dry, the product's already in there, everything's done, but oh, see, what's this? We got like a loop here. Whoa, I broke it. I can still feel it though. Where'd it go? Let's just trim them up. But, yeah, I figured, I mean, I don't know. Like, such a big portion of the stream is, like, hanging out and chatting anyway. I decided to give it a go. See, this one I can tell, like the top is like, almost feels knotted, like there's a little snag that's like to the point of a knot right now. Like the loop has not got a consistent tension the whole way across it, and it's just got like a whole bunch of fuzz. So that one needs quite a bit of trimming. You know, no, I lied. I don't want to use this one. You're going in the only in case of emergencies pile with this one. Which means I need to find another different one to match with this one that I already pulled. Where does that song come from? Does anybody know? Every now and then it just gets stuck in my head. And it's like just that section. I don't know if there's words to it. I don't know if there's more melody to it or what. Like it's literally just that part. And then I'm just sitting here all day. Until I go crazy. Like several hours, Kitty. I want to say like 3 hours, but not like straight, like with arm breaks and with, oh crap, that's not a very good braid, I need to start over. So I mean, I knew how to cornrow before I started doing my own crochet braids, but not like well. This is probably one of the nicest base braids I've done. I feel like they all look really like pretty even. Gel, by the way, gel and quite a bit of product just to get them to like lay nice and flat and not have little fuzzies and flyaways all over the place. What? I've never. What? How do I? What? Where did I possibly pick this up? I do not square dance, nor attend square dances, nor know anyone who square dances. Yeah, see, this one's very, very frizzly, but it'll be fine. Just cut all those frizzles away. And I mean, obviously, you can only do that for so long. But as long as you can trim them up and make them look nice, you can reuse them. And, like, crochet braids can have, like, quite a wide price range. Like, I'm not trying to go, like, expensive. I'm not trying to go cheap. Like, I try to kind of stay middle of the road-ish, and it depends, too. Like, most of the ones that I have used come like a dozen per pack. So, depends, you know, on the size of your head, like quite how thick you want your braids, the size of the braids, all that stuff, like how many packs you need. But when you consider the reusability, I think it's a pretty good investment. Fork or handheld? That is actually... I kind of like that. Oh, hold on. That's like a thing too, like after a while of like braiding and you're just like, oh, my neck, I can do it wrong. Like it just feels like... Oh, that's the shoulder that's a little bit jank. Yeah, I mean, it's literally, or you find yourself like sitting here like this, because you're sitting here like this, or just sitting here like this, like holding it, and then like giving your other arm a break and like holding it. We're like, okay, just finish this braid, and then you can have a break. Walmart time. All right, music gal. I hope you don't run into any crazy people. The Walmart by me is so horrible. I know not all Walmarts are horrible. The Walmart by me is so horrible. The last time I went there, because the store finder of this product's website, I don't even remember exactly what it was, some kind of tea, perhaps, claimed, they're like, oh yeah, you can find this at Walmart. I was like, okay, I will go to Walmart and brave the aisles to find this tea. They didn't fucking have it. But of course I had found some impulse purchases on the way to the tea aisle, so I needed to stand in line and wait. And somebody dropped and broke. Okay, fill in the blank, you guys, with your best guess. Somebody at Walmart in the checkout lanes dropped and broke. Go. Maybe, I bet they probably have had it on like Sesame Street or some shit too, Kitty. That makes sense. I'm sure Sesame Street has a square. Did you guys know? Okay. Rant, transition, side, little transit. That's not the right word. Did you guys know that HBO fucking bought Sesame Street and that new episodes of Sesame Street air on HBO now? And PBS only gets like secondhand reruns, like relatively quickly, but like HBO, what? Sesame Street, the hell? Literally the hell. Half and half is a must-have, Kitty. A jar of beets, a bottle of nail polish, a bottle of wine, a bottle of perfume, a jar of spaghetti sauce. A container of sour cream. I just heard that the other day, son. I thought it was awful. So the answer to that question, back from our sidetrack, a gallon of milk, y'all. Now, you know how when liquids are spilled, it's just like, whoa, so much milk fucking everywhere. No. And then I recognized the employee that was cleaning it up as somebody I used to work with. I'm like, please, no. Don't let them see me. So I'm like, you know, making my way, trying to get to a non-milk covered checkout lane. Yeah, I made it out without having to talk to them. Does that make me a horrible person? I don't think so. They had enough going on. They had a lot of milk to deal with. Yeah. No, it might have been somebody in the self-checkout. Like, let me just heft this milk over here. All right. We're done with the bottom here. I don't want to go any closer to the front because it's just, like, there's just not enough hair there to, like, hold it sturdily. Hey, Dino. Dino, look, I have something for you. We're not doing anything with hollow right now, but I'm finding it just a little bit difficult to immediately let go of this close tag because it's hollow. Can you catch a little bit of the hollow? And it's sitting here on my desk. I'm like, I should throw that away or recycle it or whatever. And I'm like, but it's hollow. I like it. It's just little round and hollow. It's kind of hard to... Oh, there you can see some of the... We've got quite weird lighting going on today, obviously, you guys, so... Okay, so... Do I want to... Wait. Oh. Hold on. Like I said, the back. Like just feeling around in the back. I need to move this one. Or this one. Well, which one is not in the right... Oh. Okay, no, they both probably need to stay there. Are we even? Or are we kind of... Yeah, these ones are about... I definitely... Okay. We're just going to have to deal with that slight unevenness there and try to correct it right here. Yeah. Or, like, I mean, we could do some sort of testing on this. I like close tags. It's actually from these pants I have on right now, which are apparently technically sleepwear. But, like, fucking hey, look how, like, comfy and soft they are, you guys. I like these kinds of, like, sturdy cardboard tags for gel polish testing. Since I can't really do it in the polish sketchbook because that doesn't fit inside of the LED lamp. Okay, can you guys see? See, this is what happens if you have fuzzies on the loop. Now, obviously, of course, be super careful. Like, I just get paranoid, like, getting scissors this close to my real hair, but obviously I'm not, like, you know, getting in there. But be very careful if you have to do that sort of trimming. That you haven't accidentally... That's the other reason it's real nice to have it, you know, slick and gelled down and all that stuff. Nice, Dino. Super aggressive hands. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I mean, it's not like it's out of the ordinary for me to sit and drop $60-$70 on nail polish. The complete Holo Taco. What is Holo Taco? It's not... The holiday box is $65. And I don't know, for some reason, I guess it's probably because I still haven't, you know, purchased my new car and that type of stuff. And I feel like, oh man, I really need to take care of these actual important life purchases before I drop money on polish. But I'm just like, man, for some reason, it feels expensive to me. So, like, as we work into this, is kind of like the second row. Like, part of the also thing with the spacing is, and it's not as big of a thing with these as compared to, oh, I stuck them down there. Like, if I'd use the twists, which are, like, really fat, like, the twists, you really kind of want to stagger them. So the second row, you want to come in between, like the other row. Like with this, it's not as much of a thing, but I do still kind of try to feel where they're going to lay and lay them nicely. Okay, so those are there. I want to move to like here. Is that going to be... Yeah. So like I mark it with my finger and then like get in there with the hook. Mostly. He hasn't told you what you're getting him yet. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could get them as a Christmas gift to myself. I've been so good with polish this year, you guys. Is the other thing. It's like, I don't know. I guess it must be the car thing. And the cell phone thing. Oh my god. My cell phone, you guys. I know I've complained about it before. I have a Galaxy S4. And it's just so old that shit just doesn't want to work on it. Free delivery and $3 off. Hey, that was my suggestion. What do I win? Okay, can you see how that's like not... Like it's like straight out? Like something is a little bit weird here. So I'm going to loosen it up just a bit. Is it how I stuck the hook in, or is it just how it... Like sometimes that sort of thing is from tangles in the loop, and sometimes it's from like not getting a good angle with the hook. I think... Okay, I think I want to pull this whole thing out. Yeah. In fact, sometimes... Is this loose enough to... Like sometimes, depending on how it's braided or how stiff it is. There, that's better. Still a little bit springy. Like I literally just, I'm not sure if you guys could tell, I took it and I turned it, and so the loop was, instead of like this, it was like that, and then did it. Yeah, that's okay. But like you see how it's like, I mean, compared to, it's fine. It's fine. See that? There. Poor little ears. Yeah. Well, and so the thing that I... Like, okay, this phone has been dying for several years. I saved it the first time by getting an SD card for it and a new battery. I really do not like the fact that, like, almost all these new phones, that's just, like, not an option. You cannot fucking change the battery. And, like, I don't know. I mean, that, you know, they're like, oh, well, it's to help make it waterproof and whatever, and like, okay, I guess, but it sure would be nice to be able to change the fucking battery. So I'm like hesitating. Plus, like, they're also like, all these flagship phones, quote unquote, or whatever, are so expensive. Like, it's like, man, can I just like buy like practically a laptop, and then I'll just like take calls on a laptop? Because I mean, not that I use my cell phone as a phone very often, but yeah, I'm kind of looking at the Pixel 3a XL, because it's like fairly, it's like, I was gonna say reasonably priced. I'm like, it's not reasonably priced. It's quite a bit cheaper because it's the it's not the flagship version. Well, and it's even like a version behind now because I got like the 4 out, not just the 3. But like some of the stuff that the flagship phones have, like I literally could care less about. I don't care about wireless charging. Who cares about that? And I would like to have a headphone jack. Actually, thanks. So I don't consider a headphone jack like a downside. Actually, it's actually kind of nice. But on the other hand, I'm like, I don't know. It's just as many people that say Pixels are a piece of shit as there are people say Pixels are fantastic. But I guess that's actually like literally every single product in the whole world. Yeah. Yeah, the storage issues and the battery issues, like even with the external, well, it's not external, but with the SD card, like there's some stuff you can't move off of the phone storage. And so for years, my phone has not had enough storage to even update the OS. So I'm who knows how many versions behind, which is a huge reason why, you know, a lot of apps and stuff don't work, I'm sure, because I'm like on old shit they stopped supporting. But I mean the phone's in great shape. There's no cracks on my screen. It's a perfectly fine phone. If shit worked, if the battery lasted for longer than 2 hours when I left the house, and if I could, you know, I don't know. Yeah, light. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. And okay, so the case is made out of plastic instead of metal. Who are these people who do not use phone cases? Might they happen to be the same people that always break their phone screens? I mean, I'm gonna have a case. I literally do not care what the case is made out of, because I'm gonna put my own case on it. So, but I don't know. Even like, you know, like $500 instead of like $1,000. Like that's a lot of money to me, and I can't just be like, well, got to do it, because it's like my phone is. We'll say my phone is at least 50% broken. At least 50% broken. Yeah, and they have the camera on this, ever since I got it, I've known it was a piece of shit. I mean, even if I had a good cell phone camera, I think I'm always going to be the person who prefers a camera, because even if the camera's fantastic, like holding your phone and like, give me a regular camera. But it would be nice in situations where I'm not toting a camera along to have a capable camera on my phone. And, yeah, that too. And what else was I going to complain about as far as phones? Something specific. Now I've already forgotten. Oh well. But yeah, so like that's on my mind too. And somehow it's like that has translated to I shouldn't buy myself any polish. You shouldn't buy yourself any polish because you got this other shit that you need to buy. Oh, yeah, like so, I mean, when I'm home, it's fine. You guys see, it's plugged in right now. Because, you know, we don't want it dying. But like when I leave the house, I've gotten to the point where I put it in airplane mode so that it drains less battery because it's not, you know, doing anything. And then like when I get somewhere, like I get to Target and I need to use my app or whatever, then like un-airplane mode it. And like going back and forth with this, and it's just like, okay, this is silly. This is ridiculous. And the battery's not expensive, but I also feel like, do I really want to buy a new battery for it with everything else that's going wrong? Like the last several times I flew, it won't support like, you know, flight apps like Delta, United. They don't work anymore. That's kind of a pain in the butt. Okay, so probably here. I've got a camera here, or a mirror here too. So 1, 2, 3, probably at least 4 in this section. We'll see. We'll kind of work up a little bit. I also don't want to. I should maybe hold on just a sec, you guys. Let's get another mirror so that I can like look at the. Okay, here we go. Oh boy, look at those fingerprints on the mirror. Okay, so I see like here, where, here, there. Okay. So we just did there. Okay. Working on the back of your own head, you guys. I think a stylus would be nice too, but I would probably lose it. Ooh, hit a rock in the pavement. Yeah, that would suck. Bean? Beanie, where are you going? Beanie, where are you going? Don't leave us. He's thinking about it. No, he's probably leaving. He's probably going to go eat some food. Interchangeable with giant nice camera. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, for me, a lot of it is just like the comfort level. Like I find it very just much easier to take a picture with a camera. Also, like phones are getting better, but like my one camera has 25 optical zoom. You're not getting that in a phone. I mean, you're just not. Okay. Alright, so I'm feeling like where we just put the braid, a little space, where we want to fit it in here, and then keeping in mind too that we want to fit in like 3 there, so probably we'll go right here. Oh wait, is that... Fuck. I can see now that's not... Okay, so see here, there's like a part all through the middle, and then there's like where the front braids and the back braids come together. This is another like unconnected spot. Like right where I want to put the braid is like at an unconnected spot. So I actually don't want to... Well, so what I can do is actually like instead of going just under the braid, I'm just going to go right... Can you guys see? Like through the braid to keep the other braid from sliding around on the loose section of braid. It's actually like... Do you guys see there? It's like... I know it's like dark on dark on dark in some areas. I apologize. There we go. Hello? Get... Alright. Yeah, I mean, there's the space issue too. There's the space and organizational issue. Because you guys know I'm just, you know, little bit of polish that still needs organizationaling. Organizational? That's not... You know what I mean. Also, P.S. In regards to this manicure that we did last week, I just have this one chip here. Everything else, I've got some tip wear. You can kind of see... Actually, this is a great angle for seeing the tip wear. But, like, it doesn't look bad from a distance. Thumbs are fine. Literally just this one chip. Okay, so... Like, right... Yeah, same thing here. It's like we've got, like, the braid. I'm actually, like, gripping it on the underside, and I'm just going to go... like through it. Ooh, Party City. Organizational. Yeah, I mean, Mrs. Shredo, I only have the launch collection, but it really... Well, I think you were here when I was playing with that. It's superior to a lot of holos. And if anybody hasn't seen, I mean, I'm assuming probably most of you guys have seen, Christine's video today is like all about the launch collection. So you can get like some really close-up, in-depth examination of the polishes. And like, do I want to use a couple of these? Let's use like these two. How many did I say I wanted to do here? Like 3? Yeah, probably like, or 2? No, gotta do 3, probably. Or it would be that would be really sparse with 2. Of course, if I follow the finger gap rule, maybe I do only want 2 here, because we're gonna have the braids up here. You know, like I said, it doesn't have to be completely solid. Maybe I do only want to do 2 here. Maybe I want to finish the back out, because we're still got a lot to do back here. Finish the back out and then consider how we're feeling about that. She does such a good job of the holo videography. Like, really some good close-up looks at the different sizes and different sizes of holo that's included, and swatches of all the colors, etc. And the other base coats are out, which like, if I just had infinite money, I would buy both of them, like the long lasting and the peel off. So I'm just matching braids here for them real quick. But I definitely want to land my hands on the long lasting eventually. And the protective peel. Her very own Simply Peel. Protective peel, like, no big deal. I should have, you know how you have conversations and then like days later you're like, I should have said this. Like, I should have left that as a comment. Because she didn't actually say it. But she should have. It's interesting. I would like looking at it in the video. It looks closer to like the Amazon latex body paint than it does to like Simply Peel. Just looking at like the consistency of it. Really, really nice kind of like wide, firm looking brush that it comes with. Dino, don't do that. Too much salt on your shells and cheese. Uh-oh. Well, if it was a soup, then you're supposed to like stick a potato in there, right? But I don't know that that would work with a pasta. It was kind of interesting too. Like, I mean, obviously Christine's been doing the videos for the Holo Taco channel also. Oh, we've got a little bit of weirdness here. What do I want to do about that? I guess I can leave it. But a lot of them have been, like, they feel very old schooly to me. Or almost like more like extended Instagram videos, because there's not like talking. But she even talks about how, because they're such heavy glitter polishes, that you may need some polish thinner sooner rather than later with them. Which I think is kind of like a nice PSA. And a reminder for people that like sometimes that type of shit is just unavoidable. Because like glitter polishes for sure are more susceptible to that than regular polishes, I feel like. And I mean, these are like definitely glitters, but they're paintable formula, which is nice. Like not a topper glitter and not one that you need to sponge to get 100% nice. Yes, turn up the heat. What is it in here? 73. Like, I've still got my space heater in my room. It's less vital now that we actually have the furnace in, but... So, okay, so, like, when they did our furnace, like, a lot of stuff got replaced, but then, like, a lot of stuff stayed the same. So, even though we've got it running and the house is, you know, warm and everything now, I still have the same problem as with the old furnace, which is that the vent that's in the hallway just does not push a lot of heat into this room upstairs. So I haven't been needing it all the time, but I definitely still have been using my space heater because I get chilly a lot, especially if I'm just like sitting here editing or something. I seem to get a little bit more worked up and less likely to be chilly when I'm streaming. But yeah, I don't like being cold. Which is, you know, unfortunate this time of year. I also hate dressing in layers. My mom's always like, get yourself some cuddle duds. I'm like, Mom, I don't want to sit around inside my own house in fucking long underwear. Thanks, but no thanks. Okay, bye. Yeah, maybe. I mean... Polish thinner seems kind of pretty basic. The one it's funny because she literally had, you guys, beauty secrets at your local Sally's. It was kind of funny. Like, she didn't give a shout out to Sally's, but I mean, who doesn't recognize that? I mean, I don't polish thinner, you know, sesh restore aside, polish thinner doesn't really seem like something where it's like a wide variety of different qualities out there. Like, polish thinner is pretty much polish thinner. That's why I don't buy sesh restore, because regular polish thinner works fine in your sesh feet. Stop lying to people. Yeah, I mean, and it's cheap. It's like, you know, $2 or whatever. I kind of was a little bit surprised. I was a little bit surprised, but also not surprised, because she's been referencing protective peel in her videos, and she didn't say, hey, this is coming out soon, but I'm like, if that wasn't your thing, you would just be calling it liquid latex, or you would still be using Simply Peel. So I kind of saw that one coming. I'm very happy, like I said, still with the latex body paint that I got on Amazon. So that's not something that I'm like chomping at the bit to go add to my cart, because I mean, price wise, I feel like you can't beat that latex body paint from Amazon with anything that's marketed and packaged specifically for nail latex applications. See, these are not quite exactly the same size. Like, this one's like got a little bit of a more chubbiness to it, but in the back you won't notice. They're still similar, similar lengths. Yeah. Hold my finger straight. I mean, who wouldn't want to be Spider-Man all the time, Amethyst? Yeah. Yeah, son. I feel like we've been seeing peaks of that for a while, several weeks at least, because isn't that the one that's featured in the Hollow Taco? Like, they have a video on YouTube for the Peely base. I think it features that pink one. Okay, so we're gonna go here. Mm-hmm. I get so quiet when I actually like start doing a actual thing. It's because I'm just concentrating on the feel to make sure that I'm hopefully getting it in the right spot. The flannel Sith Lord. Alright, and this one we'll put right here. And of course, too, like, I didn't particularly mention beforehand. I mean, I vaguely mentioned when I'm, like, matching up the lengths of the braids, but, like, you do not need to be as anal as I'm being about this. Like, you could just, and if it looks fine, you good. You know. 3 or 4 years, latex from Amazon. Heck yeah. I mean, like, do I have the bottle out here? It separates from time to time, but I mean, it's still just perfectly liquid. Okay, it's not quite gonna drip, but you guys can see there's like no chunks. But I don't, just like the consistency too, like it felt slightly translucent. So I don't know. I mean, latex feels like it's one of those things where, man, there's like a million different, slightly different formulations. All right, Amethyst. Okay. Oh man, it's almost 6. What time did I actually get started with the crochets? Like 4:30? Of course, we've been sidetracked multiple times. Multiple? Whatever. So yeah, if you were just like sitting and concentrating and not like having to mess around with trimming, I mean, like, I certainly could have trimmed them before I put them away for storage, but I mean, forethought, planning, what? Or if you have new braids, then you're not going to need to do this. So that's also a little bit of an extra step. Say you could probably get done with your whole head in like under 2 hours. We're going to be a little bit over 2 hours, though, I'm pretty sure. Welcome back, Caters. Ooh, okay, like meatloaf, meh. I'll take it or leave it. Potatoes are like, suddenly I just want like a roasted potato with like cheese on it for dinner. Potatoes. Alright, let's do this one and this one. See, and like now too, like as I start feeling like, kind of gotta like notice where they're falling. Like, we don't want to be able to still see all these parts by the time we're done, so we got to make sure that the braids fall nicely. All right, so like that's there. This is all right, probably can do like 2 more there, and then we can. Sometimes I do break the rules of loose ones. Like, can you see these? I'll probably do both of these together. Like to keep the crisscrosses in the same similar spot. Alright, let's just put this one here. Oh. Did you guys hear that? Sometimes you can tell just from like the way the hook sounds when it goes through that it's like not a good spot. Oh, and you know, like my computer, I wasn't keeping a complete eye on it. My computer eventually did calm down. So I was right. It doesn't usually do that just because so like when I'm streaming, I'm also like, I local record my streams just in case. Which, you know, of course uses the drive, but like it was really high. I'm like, it doesn't take that much just to be like recording. I'm pretty sure it doesn't usually do that. So I don't know what it was that was making it do that. Fried tofu. You got some sesame sauce, kitty? Like it's like a little bit kind of sweet, sticky, savory. Oh, yum, dude. There's nowhere around here. There's no one around here that does good fried tofu anymore. There used to be like a couple of Chinese places that had good fried tofu. And Big Bowl. Maybe Big Bowl still has it. Theirs were like, oh man, it was like perfectly fried, and then it was like the softest pillow delicious tofu inside, and like this really good like toasted sesame sauce. Oh my god, I could eat it right now. Except I can't because I'm doing my hair. I mean, I would want like the tofu, the fried tofu for appetizer, and then like the potato with cheese for dinner. Shabu shabu. Isn't that a kind of like of a dish? Like a food? Isn't shabu shabu a food? Felt tight. Yeah, like hot pot. Shabu shabu. Okay. Filling in. Need some more in the middle. Okay, which of you is longest? This guy. You get to go in the middle. Trim you off. Sometimes see too, like this part. Like that probably broke at some point during a removal. It's like part of the loop. Snip. It sounds good. I mean, everything sounds good right now, of course. I don't know what I'm having for dinner. I don't know. I haven't really decided if I'm streaming tonight. Which, I mean, plays a part on how much time I have to actually cook dinner. It's already 6 o'clock. I'd say we're about halfway done, though, so. Okay, so that one goes there. And this one goes like here. I don't. See, this is another one. With that one placed right here. And then we've got like a side braid coming in here. I don't know if you guys can see. And there was another side braid coming in down here. Like this one creates like a junction right here that's like kind of slightly a disaster. So I kind of want to go like braid, finger, braid, like right on it. So I have to like find a way to make that not be really weird. Maybe like this. Ugh. Yeah, my laptop, well, it's a Chromebook, is another thing that has like super sketch battery life. But I mean, I just use it as my portable computer, not usually as like a cordless actual laptop at this point. You know, I take it with me when I don't want to be completely detached from stuff. I mean, especially like with my phone. The one thing my phone is still capable of doing with, you know, relatively good results is to be a hotspot. So plug the phone in so it doesn't die, turn on the hotspot, then plug in the laptop so it doesn't die, and look, we're portable. So, hey, welcome back, Bainey. There's still plenty of room for Baines here. Yeah, hi there, good boy. Licking those chops, you go have some food. Bainey go have food, yum. Yum, yum, yum. I guess Beanie's cam is a little bit bigger for this too. I feel like you guys can really see him well. I'm like, wow, look at Bean. But then I realize it's because he's It's a little bit bigger than he normally is, which I don't think anybody is going to complain about. If you are, then get out. No. Don't get out, but do shut up, because nobody cares. Because everybody else loves Bean. Ooh, does it have a stress mark now, son? I'm guessing. No, you know what? I just decided that this last one I did is not actually okay. Is it like... I feel like it's sticking out at a weird... Yeah, no, we need to redo that. Okay, let's... Ouch. Go there. Is that gonna work? What is Hojo's? I'm like thinking in my head, I'm like, is that an abbreviation or is that just something we ain't got here? Okay. That's laying a little bit better. So like I said, like with the middle, like these two are each kind of going off to the side, but then once we're done, it'll all just kind of be middle-ish. You very clean, tidy boy. You got a very dirty face. Hey, where are you? What? What? Beanie. Say what, mommy? Howard Johnson's. I've never heard of that either. Okay, so we're like 1 or 2 from the top. So let's put this one. Yeah, see, I don't know if this is an angle at all. Like there's one here, we want a space, and then we want one here. Oh, and then we'll be to the front, and the front is generally much easier. Alright, so we've got... Alright, that's probably good. These probably need like one more there, and then one here. Do I want these? Let's maybe do these crossover ones first. So like I said, there's spots where these like crossover, and I'm gonna do like each of the crosses because they're on loose detached sections, but they're on the cross way of 2, so it's not gonna move around, if that makes sense. This one's very fuzzy. Oh, you meant IHOP. Yeah, son with the local food selections. I know I saw a license plate, and I've already, like, I remembered it when it said it. It's like it's the city that you live in or one that's close to you. I was like, oh, I would not even know that city existed if it weren't for Son. Okay. So these two are going to be our cross ones. And, like, also, just like you see, I've been, like, taking them out if they're not properly placed. Like, once you finish, you can still do that. If you're like, oh my gosh, this feels weird, or that looks weird, or oh my god, I can see my part there, and this braid should have been over by 1/2 inch to cover that up. Can 100% move braids around once you're done. There's no rules here. You make the rules. These happy little braids are just here to help you out. I have never been to an IHOP. No, I really haven't, though. Oh, these are small. Okay, so remember when I was talking about how not all the loops are the same size? Can you guys see where's the hole here? Like the hole, there is a hole there, but you see how much smaller this loop is compared to like some of the other loops that I've shown you, even compared to like this one where it's like super obvious. Okay, I want to save these two for the front now that I see how small their loops are. Oh, ew. Like raw, okay, like, you know, semi-cooked cookies? Semi-cooked pancakes? Like, yeah. That would be a blah, blah. If I'm correct, how many are left on here? If I'm correct and these are the ones that I used last time, this is how many we have left to go. I'm fairly of course, did I do this braid pattern or did I have like 4 extra braids last time? Cornrow braids, not crochet braids. Because like if I do 5 in the front, then obviously like there's a whole nother row and then like a whole nother row in the back. But like with these fatter ones, just generally that's not usually necessary. We'll see, these look pretty good. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I just had this conversation with my friend the other day. In fact, we were talking about one where she used to work, and she's like, is that still there? I'm like, I honestly am not even sure. So many of those type of... And of course, you know, they blame it on the millennials or whatever. It's like, I don't know. Like Denny's and fucking Perkins. It's like so many of them have closed. Like, actually, within the Minneapolis city limits, there are no Perkins left anymore. I remember I read an article about it. I was like, that's kind of sad. Like, for the people that, like, actually still went there. I mean, obviously, you can't just, like, you know, keep a location open if it's not viable, but... You know, when they put it like that, and then people, like, you know, you can leave comments on the article, and people are like, oh, there's still one here, and still one here. And then people kept responding back to them like, that's not Minneapolis, that's not Minneapolis, you're kind of missing the fucking point here. Of, you know, people who can't or don't want to, you know, travel far, and used to have a Denny's down the street, now I ain't got Doodly down the street. Where's the hole here? So, like, this one, kind of having trouble finding the hole. I can kind of see it, but it's, like, hard to get my finger through there. So I'll try to kind of like go through with the hook, and then you can kind of like separate it out a little bit more. Make room for the finger. Yeah. Still a little bit of weird loops and frizz. Alright, so this one here. Like I said, it's just the cross of these two loose ones. Oh, I lost it. Okay, and then see here too. Like, since I went right where they cross, like that lays right down the part. Camouflage. Not that seeing any parts is horrible, but like if you can see too much of the parts, then it makes it more obvious than it's crochet braids. I mean, to me, I mean, I already know. It's obvious that it's crochet braids, but then again, I already know. But like, once I'm done, like if I did a good job, like a lot of people don't, so it's like, you know, I get a lot of compliments on my braids, which is one of the reasons I like them. No, it's actually not. Please don't talk to me. But like, you know, it helps it to look like closer to like an actual braids coming out of your head braids than crochet braids. Box braids. Alright, same over here. Are you ever gonna come back over here, Beanie, now that you're done washing yourself? Maybe if I bribe you with a little treat? Now we're... Come here. Come over here in Beanie's chair. I'll give you treats. Yeah. I give you treats. Hometown buffet. We don't have that one. We used to have Old Country buffet. Come here. Come here. It's treats for Beanie. Come here. Yeah, come here. Yeah. It's treats. It's treats for Beanie. Sit. There you go. Not like you need any treats, you little fat butt. These are only 2 calories a piece, though. Mix-ups. Yummy, delicious. What are those? Chicken, catnip, and cheddar flavors. Yeah, hi. No, there's no more treats in my hands. You gonna ditch out now? You look at the camera. Can you guys see his little... Yeah, I guess it doesn't really show up on camera. He is going to have a scar from this eye injury. It's like still slightly healing, so sometimes it looks kind of gross because it's got like blood vessels going to it and it makes it look kind of pink. Yeah, it doesn't really show up on camera. That makes me feel better. It's kind of like, okay, I really shouldn't compare it to like my nails, but like when I look at my nails, I'm like, oh, that's horrible. And I'm like, oh, it doesn't even show on camera. I'm like, okay, it's actually not as bad as I think it is. I'm just like hyper aware and hypersensitive to it. Okay, so we've got these at the cross, and then probably like, yeah, probably just one here on each side, I think. Yeah, that's the end of my tea. F. Brenda. Carl's, yeah, like Carl's Jr.'s and Hardee's. Yeah, we used to have Old Country buffet here. I don't think any are left. I think they're all gone. Although I think we have Golden Corrals now. I've never been to one. Very sheltered, you guys. Don't have a lot of restaurant experience. My favorite restaurant lately is based completely off of their fries. Big Louie's has the freaking most delicious waffle fries. And I mean, they make good food to go with the fries too, but it's like when you got someplace with good food and good fries and someplace with good food and only meh fries. Who do you think wins? Especially after our previous discussion of delicious potatoes. Some seasoned sour cream. Oh, man. Let's not think about that too much because I'm pretty sure I'm not leaving the house this evening, so I can't have that for dinner. I'm so surprised he actually, like, settled. I mean, settled with his back to the camera, but you could look at the camera, you know, Beans. Yeah, you could look at the camera. You could look at all these people who think you're such an adorable boy. Your adult beverage to keep you hydrated. Adult beverages do not hydrate you. Remember the MSLP PSA, you guys. Drink water. Let's follow my own advice, actually. Because all I've had is tea. I actually love water too. I mean, tea is delicious, but there's nothing quite like ice cold refreshing water. Okay, so where's our loop? Loopity loop. Okay, so like thinking about how these are gonna, like, I don't want to go. So like when I'm going in, I can go like at a complete like 90 degree, or you can kind of like, you know, angle how you get in there. I mean, I don't want to be like, you know, straight in there, but I can get a little bit more like a that than like that, if that makes sense. Especially at like this part of my head. Because if I put it actually sideways, it actually is almost coming like this direction. Whereas if I angle it a little bit down, then it's coming like this direction. Hey, Myra, thank you. Okay, so we'll put it like right here, and we'll try to angle down. So, let's see how this one sits. Delivery? Are you for me? Wait, I don't have anything coming in the mail. Like, oh wait, is that delivery for me? Oh wait, I literally haven't ordered anything. Oh, this is doing that. I feel like that's not a very nice. I think that's okay. Where's the hole on this one? Peach Prosecco, peach vodka. That sounds delicious. These little fuzzies. The railroad tracks. Do you have railroad tracks where it's like, good luck, pray you don't actually run into a train? There's one like that, kind of not right directly in my area, but a close neighborhood. I lost the loop. Okay, so like usually like I've been using this to pull through, but since I can still feel the loop, like you can just do it with your fingers. You can fit your fingers in there. Maybe I should have just used the hook. This is why I've been using the hook, because this way it's just more fidgety. There we go. Yeah. So, this thing is so full of fingerprints. Do we got like... Okay, let me just go like... I think... Yeah. I mean, we've still got some to do. My God, you guys, trying to do a mirror in a webcam that's actually not a mirror. Okay. So, hey Wesker. Twitch told you that my stream had ended. Come on, Twitch, do your proper thing. Twitch is a liar. Yeah, just drink until you see sparkles, son. Yeah, Wesker, we are trying to pull me together, I guess. I've been trying to get these braids in for like, I mean weeks, but like actually days. I mean, I know I've been talking about them for weeks. Because it makes the holidays so much easier when I don't have to worry about doing my hair. Ooh, you've got some big fuzzies in you. Okay, so we really haven't done as much nail polish brainstorming as I planned because we kept getting sidetracked to other things, which is fine. But my brain has just wandered back in this moment of silence to the ornaments. And at some point before one of our most 8 recent sidetracks, I was going to say that I was thinking about how to present them on the nail. Like, as far as background color and as far as, okay, are they just, you know, magically hanging there? Or if I wanted to go with more of a, like a dangly design with like, you know, some sort of a string or a hook coming out of the top of the ornament. I've even seen some where it's like people draw them like they're like tied to the tree with bows, and then there's like a little bow on top of the ornament. And I don't know if I want to sit around and draw little tiny bows on top of every ornament. I'm not sure if I even want to draw little strings / hooks / dangly bits for each little ornament. Because getting them fine enough to actually look, you know, not so like thick and chunky. Like obviously a string or a hook holding up a Christmas ornament is going to be thin and delicate and not big and chunky. So there's that. Oh, sorry. Messing with the mirror. Okay, so we've got these going back, we've got these going down. Like, we've got these front ones to finish. And I need to decide if I'm doing 2 or 3 in this section. Like if I do, where's my other mirror here? 1, 2, 1, 2. 2 might be fine here. And keep it from getting too, like the very first time I did braids, like I packed them way too close together in a lot of spots. And then it's like they just get very, see this one is, we were messing with this one earlier. A tiny stamped bow. Not like off the top of my head, not just like a little bloop. Could you follow that? Loop, loop, dangle, dangle. Like my very simple, like that blue and gold present bow. Hey Tex. Go complicated or go home. No, not a baker's dozen, Dino. 12 days of Christmas. Where have you been? Of course we're doing it. Oh, a baker's dozen is 13, isn't it? What is that even? Wow, how did that even become a thing? No, that won't fit with 12 days of Christmas. Although there's usually like 1 or 2 Christmas designs that end up on either the front or the back end of it. I'm really not sure what I want to do right there. Let's not do anything right now. We'll move on up to here. Because, like, we've got this big area of parts that we want to, like, cover up. So I'm going to go, like, here. It's, like, attaching to this one. But this is, like, a loose section. So this is another one. I think I want to go through this braid. Like, so that it dangles right here so that it covers up this part. Like, pretty close to this one, actually. Like, closer than I normally would be, but because of the area that it's in. Squeeze and... Okay. Anybody that can do squeeze and release for stamping and get consistent results, you're fabulous and an alien. Like, I can't. Okay, that's... Well, tight fit going through the braid, but we got it. Like, that's one of the downsides with going, like, through the actual braid instead of under the braid. There. That's nice. This loops feels really janky. I definitely have some cat whiskers around here. Oh, got fuzzies here. Hold on. Thought this was ready to go in. The 13th is a snack. Okay. Okay, so again, like through the braid. There we go. Probably from Barney. Now, how can you possibly know? Because was he up there, do you mean? Or can you actually identify? I mean, Bean's whiskers are identifiable. Most of the time, Bean's whiskers are gray, although every now and then he'll like grow a white one. Flavored shimmery liquid video science. Sounds like it could be a Twitch clip URL. Alright, let's take these two. Oh, I'm still just really torn here. I probably should just do two, because you're not going to see this. We just need enough to like, because this row, the top 4 rows are going to be packed, because this will be my center part, and then these will be my 2 side parts. Alright. Decision made. Whiskers. Just imagine if there was more than one Wesker. Possibly in an alternate reality, there's a Wesker who has a working controller. I'm sorry. Hollow Knight and controller issues seem to fucking just go together. Dude, count yourself lucky, Wesker. Okay, so Daggett got his sub 5 achievement. If Daggett tries to save quit without unplugging his controller, his whole game crashes. So Daggett's got controller issues. You've got controller issues. Luke just doesn't like any controller on the face of the planet. And all my controller cords are broken. So we're probably all dumb and we should just follow Dr. Crotron's advice and play on keyboard. It's possibly related to the controller. It's also possibly related to the FPS. Like, I don't know. But he did it, and maybe it's even possibly partly related to the mods, because he could, at first when he installed the mods, he couldn't even open the game until he unplugged his controller, which thankfully Conra reached out to 56, and he was like, you know, telling him what the error was, and he was like, oh, I don't remember if you were there for that, Wesker, but anyway, it was like ridiculous, and he was like, unplug the controller, and then it worked. But yeah, it's like, they want you to use a controller, but then it's like so fucking difficult to use a controller. I mean, honestly, if I had a better keyboard and if I had shorter nails, I may have tried to switch to keyboard. But the thing is, I've never played a game on keyboard. I rocked Dr. Crotron's world when I told him that I even played Final Fantasy XI on controller. He was like, wait a minute, what? What? I'm like, yeah. Because my first exposure to it was on PS2, not on PC. Yeah. Well, and the one time I did it, I used the default controls, which are like not really the recommended controls if you really, really want to try. If you genuinely want to give keyboard a try, like I don't think it's super recommended to use the default controls. All right, so we'll put this one here. But I can see how keyboard could be easier on your hands. I can see how it could be more precise to have, you know, a finger for each action rather than, you know, one finger, aka your thumb, just responsible for so much. Okay, this is not what we want. It's a problem. I think we just need like a little bit more. There. Just had to tweak it a little bit. Conra. Hello. I have mods here. What is this? We are welcome everybody. We are putting in my crochet braids. I'd say we're over half done at this point. I'd say we're like at least 2/3. What kind of Hollow Knight were you playing, Conra? So this is my community. You can't just come in and, oh, you were playing Hollow Knight. Were you speed running? Were you randomizing? Were you just practicing? Were you doing glitches? All these things are possibilities. Look so cursed. Oh, racing Viz and Rando. Rando, I thought Viz didn't like Rando. How did it go? I mean, I'm assuming that you probably went for content. Because that's how you roll. Was fun until near the end. Oh, no. Yeah, no, it's really quite easy, Conra. So these are crochet braids, and the ones I'm using I've used before, so I'm kind of having to trim off some fuzzies and shit. Because there's, like, ridiculous fuzzies all over the place. But basically... Oh, and Penguin. Hi, Penguin. Oh. He got mad over getting Claw? Or he got mad over Claw being there? I mean... That's Rando. Rando... It's... I don't think that on the current Rando 3.0 patch, I have seen a seed where Claw is not in at least a partially cursed spot. Like, even if you get it early, like, it doesn't seem like Claw is usually in an easy spot anymore, ever. Even on easy seeds, let alone hard seeds. This one is really scraggly. Oh, he got mad that somebody told you. Oh. I mean... Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess I can see both sides. I mean, if they just said, oh, Viz got Claw, that doesn't really tell you a whole ton. I mean... But on the other hand, if you guys were actually, like, seriously racing, that is kind of like... I could see how, you know, that could change, you know, what you're working on or what you're thinking, or, you know, you can make an assumption about where you think you got it, stuff like that. I guess I could see that. I don't know. Rando, for me, is, even if it's a race, and I kind of almost want to put race in quotes, like, I just... It's a casual pursuit for me. Yeah. So, Connor, like, it's not cursed. Like, it's, like, okay, we got a braid with the little hook on it. We got a little latch hook. We got braids. And let's make sure they're go on here. And hook it on here. And do that. And do that. And do that. Oh, well then, I mean, in that case, what you mad about? Yeah, I mean, it would be one thing to me. I mean, I don't know, like I just said, I'm not going to take it that seriously, but to me, it's one thing, like when somebody is not familiar with rando, being like, oh, hey, maybe there's a check here that you don't know about this check because it's not something that's ever touched in speed runs or in any kind of runs other than rando. But like, to me, if I were going to get offended over something, telling people where not to check is almost worse than telling people where to check. Does that make sense? Because, I mean, I don't know how to explain. Like, if you get a progression item, like, sure, but you got all these places you could go, and, you know, if you're just like, oh, I can ignore this place and this place and this place, like, that's a huge time save. Like, that feels more of a time save to me than just knowing where to go to get a progression item. Yeah. Shade Cloak at Flower Quest. Dude, Flower Quest is almost always nothing for me, but the last time it was something, it was Void Heart. And I told Chad, I was like, well, I guess we're not doing True Ending, and then guess who ended up doing goddamn Flower Quest for Void Heart? Me. Yeah. I mean, like, telling somebody where progression is saves time also, but telling people where progression isn't saves even more time, if that makes sense. In my head. The Peaks chest. I mean, that if you have Elegy, that's an easy shade skip, though. I mean, I'm assuming you guys are playing on hard. Okay, so yeah, we're going to put this one at the front. Like, we're going to leave a pretty big gap here. I want it, like, pretty close to the front. Or should I, like, squeeze? I'm still debating, you guys. I'm like, I could squeeze in 2 here. No, we're just going to do 1. We're just going to do 1. If I change, I can come back later and move it and or just add another one if I change my mind. This is a very unimportant row, so to speak. So let's just do 1. And again, like, the closer I get to the front, like, the carefuler I try to be. More careful with my edges, and just like it's a tight small section of braid. Like, give it a little kind of wiggle. It's tight going through. And, like, not pull it through more than necessary. Like, you just need, like, the loop and, like, a little bit more pulled through. Like, you don't have to pull through a whole bunch. And then, like, you pull this part through and then just tighten the loop. See, I probably could have gone a little bit more forward on. Yeah, I don't like that placement, actually. Dashless, Radiance, Hitless. I did turn that off. Yes. Yes, Musical. The first 3 options on true. So that's mild skips, dark rooms, and shade skips or acid skips? Or do you mean the first 3 rando options? I explained what I was doing, Connor. I didn't like where that one was. I want it a little bit more forward, so I'm moving it. Loop it, pull it through. Oh, come on. Maybe I should have left it where it was. It's too tight. I can't do it. All right, Tex. Horchata's like cinnamon, right? Okay, that's over just a bit. Maybe that'll work. Oh, except I lost the hole. Okay, I found it. Okay. There we go. So yeah, that was like tight, but it did like actually come through. Like if it's honestly not pulling through, I try not to just like force it because you're gonna have a bad time. Yeah, that's okay. Mild fireballs and shade skips, yeah. Shade skip, I don't know. Acid skips are weird because some acid skips, where the hell is the hole on this one? Some acid skips I'm perfectly comfortable with, and other acid skips I literally feel like are impossible. Whereas shade skips, I just feel like, God, man, they're everywhere, and they change the logic so much compared to what I'm used to. Everything except eggs. So almost junk pit. Hey, cool, Daggett. I'm sad that I missed a Jerry stream just because, I mean, Jerry stream, but I mean, I don't know nothing about coding. So, it's not a race week it's not a race week, rando. Your name is Daggett. It's not a race week, but sometimes things happen. God, it's almost 7. I don't know if I'm going to be doing an afternoon stream because I got started late on this and because we're not even done with this. Let's try to go like right about like a finger and then here. But like a lot of times on Saturday nights, people end up doing stuff together even though it's not race night. But I don't know if anybody else is planning to stream tonight. Pancakes is doing an epilogue gaming thing where he is doing a rando, but I don't think it's a race. Ash and X Creations are narrating for that. I don't know what time that starts. I think it depends on... Because Pancakes already did SMW 96 exit for the event. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so we just have these 4 left, and then we'll see... I mean, I think we're good in the back. Like, is there maybe a gap here? Do I need to stick a couple more? We'll see once I finish. We'll see once I finish. Afternoon or evening? Afternoon or... Wait, what? I'm so confused. See, and then this is where these cross. I should put another one in right here. Are they the ones with the little thingies on them? I know my description is, so good. The ones that you spiced up a little bit with the little triangle thingies? Oh no, I dropped them. Oh shit. Well, they've already been sitting on Beanie's chair. And Beanie happens to live here, so I guess it's inevitable that they get cat fur on them. Yeah. Busy tomorrow with family, yeah. Oh! See, look, I'm like, don't even know the words that are coming out of my mouth. It's, yeah, it is 10 to 7. I don't know if I'm doing an evening stream. I mean, I guess this is an evening stream now at this point. I don't know if I'm doing a second stream in this daylight. Well, it's not daylight out either. I was going to say this daylight period. Did you guys know that I'm a spaz? Did you know? Hey, definitely, yo. I hope you enjoy yourself. Have fun. You and the hubs. Thanks for hanging out. And thank you. Yeah, I feel like it's turning out pretty good. Like, I don't have like a ton of volume on the sides yet. I mean, it's a little bit, but yeah, we'll do these. Then we'll see if we have gaps. I'm gonna do, like, you see where these are crossing? We're gonna stick one here, which is like dead in the middle. Oh no, you dropped the green powder and didn't have as much of it. Multi-chrome carpet. A very chic monk. Alright, so we've got this one. And this too, like, this will anchor the center part. Like, once we fill in this. Just like these parts will kind of anchor. God, do I want to stick another one? No, those are probably fine there. You know, the side part. So, do I want to cram 3 or 4 here and 3 or 4 here? I feel like probably 4. Now, maybe, actually, because these go back like a bit more. What if we do 1, 2? How many do I have left on here? This will inform me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Jerry! Oh my god, you guys. Wait, why did the shout out fail? Try again, son. It's spelled right. Does it have to be capitalized properly now? Oh, there's an underscore. Of course there's an underscore. I've just forgotten. Yes, Porch Raid. Welcome, Raiders. Miss the react. Because of an ad. Boo. They should never have ads on raids. And also, I feel like if you're a moderator on a channel, you should not get an ad. They should make that a thing. Daggett said he thought you got all your homework done, Jerry, and still had time to watch some of the game. So hello and thank you for the raid. I'm sad that I missed your stream, but then also, like, it's not like I have literally anything at all to contribute to such a stream. Okay. We have, what did I say, 14 of these, and we've got these two, so that's 16. We could do 4 on each of these. We're doing my hair, Jerry. Hi, Doc. Hi, Ninja. Hi, everybody. Welcome on in from RPG Jerry's stream. Buttspot loves you, Ninja, and you love Buttspot back, and you can't fool me, because otherwise you would just have Buttspot ignore you. You can't fool me, Ninja. Okay. So we started out like all like that. Now we're kind of coming in close to the end here. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, will that work? Like 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I want to do 4 on each, like to keep them tight-ish. Laser knife with robotic armor. Beanie. Beanie's a very good boy. You know, we did do Beanie's hair one time, although we didn't do it on stream. When he was in that fight, I had to trim all his hair. And, remember, you guys? I think last year about this time his bald patches were still growing back. Do I want a couple more off of this strand? Of the less worn ones? None of these have small fronts. So, because like I said, I want to have small loops here and here. I've got one set of small ones set aside already. No rando races planned tonight. Daggett. We do every other week. But a lot of times people do get together on the off weeks. But I also know Pancakes is doing a epilogue gaming thing. I kind of want... Man, which... Maybe these two? Okay. Let's do these. Let's set these to the side. Yeah. And then... Actually, we'll just do the rest of these. Maybe that string will turn into a beanie toy. He is Ninja. Plus, Daggett completed his sub 5 Hollow Knight achievement. Sub 5 speedrunning achievement. With only very minimal backseating from me. Epilogue Gaming is, I feel like I should know the spiel. Epilogue Gaming is a group of gamers who believe that video games are a storytelling art form, just like books or movies, and they like to enjoy and discuss gaming. Dr. Crotron, do you have the Epilogue Gaming blurb? It's like a kind of, you know, it's kind of like the Porch except more official ish, and they have a website and they do podcasts and stuff. Nope. No. You should know it by heart, Dr. Crotron. Just like I probably should, because I've seen it so many times, like in Pancakes or X's stream. So, yeah, I'm not even sure, like, if the event they have doing today is another charity event, or if it's just like a get together and do epilogue things event. Very helpful. I'm glad. I like, you know, well, you already know I'm tickled. I'm tickled anytime anybody plays Hollow Knight. Spreading the joy of Hollow Knight throughout the land. Oh, it's directly for epilogue, so kind of like the Patreon, except not Patreon, like on Twitch. I know there's like an acronym, but I don't know what the acronym stands for. Okay, so where's my other mirror here? 1, 2, 3. Like this one. Like I think I want this one like pretty close to this one, because we've got the parts and stuff right here that we want to like camouflage. So we want to lay this one kind of like pretty close right here. In fact, I think we'll go right here. Is this... Oh, it's still loose right there. Okay. Well, that's okay. We'll just go through the braid instead of under the braid. Like that. Yeah. Yeah. Can't stop playing kind words. Help. Well, why do you need to stop playing kind words, good friend? Yeah, that's good. I've never actually... I know Kittens plays it too, but I don't know... Like, I don't know what's up with the kind words. Like, who are you writing kind words to? Do you send them to, like... Is it, like, online? Do you send them to other people? How can the game tell if you're being kind? Trimming off some fuzzies here. Nope. Wait, so really, what if people are not kind, though? What if, like, trolls find kind words and troll it up? Oh my god. Now I'm like worried about this. Can you get kicked off for being unkind? Do people moderate your kindness? What if you're not kind enough? A robust reporting feature. Really? That's so nice. Like that people like are actually genuinely being nice on it. Okay. Okay, that's too tight. Oh goodness. Oh my god. Luke. 18 months. 18 months! Okay. Hi, Luke. Welcome back. Oh my god. 18 months. 18 months! Okay. I feel like I'm blushing. The big numbers always come from Luke. First of all, for all things, because Luke is my very first ever sub. We are into the 18 months, you guys. It literally blows my mind. It literally blows my mind. This one is so tangled. I don't like all that going on at the loop. Yeah, Squirmit. I mean, I hope their reporting is as robust as Ninja says, because now that like I thought about it and I realized that it's actually like 2 actual people, like I don't know, it just seems like I would just be so worried. I'm like, nobody will be kind to me, everybody will be mean. But maybe that's just, you know, my own little paranoia. And did I say hi, Squirmit? I responded to your words kindly. But welcome on it. Welcome everybody to this untraditional, non-traditional, uncommon hair strim. Okay. So this one again, like we're gonna go close. We're gonna go through. Wait a minute. So here, wait, where am I? Wait, am I already did both of these? What did I do here? Fuck. Okay, 1, 2, okay. I was right. I'm in the right spot. I know what I'm doing, honest. Doc finished his whole little story part. Okay, I don't like the way... That's too tight. I don't like that there. Okay. Right. Sometimes, I think I said this already, it's harder to go like directly through the braid than under the braid because the braid itself is tighter. Oh, there we go. Doc stayed up for a while even after he stopped streaming because I was getting ready for bed. And I saw him continuing to chat with Abs. As Abs was going through the messenger. I probably would have stayed up later if I didn't have to stream today, but I was still late for stream today, so... Guess it's a good thing I didn't stay up any later than I did. Okay, so... Maybe do... We're trying to keep the braids symmetrical on the 2 sides of my head. We'll do those together. And then... These will go. These will go, then those will go, then those will go. This one's another really fuzzy one. I could tell, Dr. Crotron, and that made it enjoyable, even though I didn't always know what was going on. But then you also explained to me what was going on, even though I don't remember because I was sleepy. But I remember you were like, okay, here's what just happened. And then, like, for a minute, it made sense. And then this morning when I thought about it, I was like, I don't remember, like, what was going on with that big guy. Like he was like an outcast or something, and then he was like trying to take over shit because he wanted to be accepted or some shit. Wait, caramel and cheese what? Oh, Christmas popcorn. Yeah, every time I've lately, of course, I bought some gourmet popcorn at the candy store yesterday, but every time I've bought like fancy popcorn at the regular store lately, I've been so disappointed. I'm like, just quit trying to find good popcorn at the store and drive yourself over to Roseville and stop at candy corn. Candy corn. Caramel corn. If you have caramel corns near you, they have a thing called twister corn, which instead of mixing caramel corn and cheese corn together, they coat cheese corn in caramel. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to want to go like 1, 2, 3. So like close, but still with a small gap in between. So 1. Hot popcorn is the best, but like you can't always have hot popcorn. Cause like, I mean, you just can't. Like if you want the fancier kind of popcorn, like I'm not gonna be sitting making homemade hot caramel to pour over my popcorn at home. It's just it's not gonna happen. So I'm gonna have to buy it at the store. Oh my god. At the fair, they sell the kettle corn, like hot and delicious and tasty, right out of the kettle. So then we'll have like one more there. So we'll put this one here. Yeah, like I've got hot popcorn here. No cauldron. That's kind of surprising. Okay, now this one, because like we're closer to the front. Like we want it pretty close here. God, I almost could fit 2 here. Or maybe, you know what, actually, let's take this one out. Let's be smart here. I should have thought about this first. Uh-oh, I missed a loop. Fuck. So this is what happens when you don't take it out properly. And this is how we get little extra bits. This is the braid, not my hair, I can tell. I didn't fully unloop it. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna place the front one like as close. I've got a mirror here also, like as close to the front as I comfortably can. Like there. Carefully. Oh, that's tight. Of course, too, I mean, your hair grows out. It's not going to be as tight, like, literally the next day. Get that. Like that. Alright, now we'll re-stick this one in. And we'll just, like, center it between these two. That's what I should have done in the first place. To make sure that the other one is as close to the front as possible while still being even. Okay. I feel like this one is sitting kind of weird. It'll be fine. Okay, so on the opposite side, we want to do all that except without the mistake. So we've got the 3, so we want one here. Ah, music! Ew! And also, you are correct. Chew your fucking corn, dude. Alright, so there's that one. Then we'll put in the front one. Is this the right one? I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking that too, like, he's very close with his coworkers. Okay, so again, like, one is here, one with the other one here. Mm-hmm. Oh, get out of there. And then we'll stick this one in the middle. And then we only have 2 more rows to go, you guys. Alright, so we'll put this one right about here. Man, we've gotten on so many different tangents, you guys, and I don't regret it, but I just kind of regret a little bit putting Nail Art Brainstorm in the title, because we have early. Why is this one so... It's the cubic braid. You see how we got that little lump right there? God, that's bugging the shit out of me. There. That's better. Slightly minimized lump. Okay, so 4 more, and see how this is like they're very close to each other. Like, I mean, if you're looking, you can see what's going on, but like as opposed to like these where it's like you can see a lot of the braid, but now look, like those are camouflaged underneath there. We don't need to worry about that. No, well, I used some other word in the title. What did I make my title? Something like, it says something about it, I think. Or did I not? Oh, God, please tell me I updated my title. Oh, musings. I used the word musings. Okay. I guess we have had some musings. Okay, I guess it's okay then. Okay, so... I've got these two picked out for my front ones. This one needs some trimming, but they're picked because they're, can you kind of tell? Like they're a little bit smaller of a loop compared to like this. And that's just like the small differences between the braids. Okay, so I've got this handful. I need all 6 of these. Do you guys match up? So those 2 can go together. Those 2 can go together, and I guess... See, now these 2 are left over. You see, like one is obviously much thicker. That's why we have spares. Who do we want to match you up with? Maybe we'll do this one. We'll match the slightly skinnier one, and that will be the... Not quite at the front of the head, but close to the front of the head one. Like next to the front of the head one. Boyfriend applications. Oh my God. I mean, maybe I'd be okay since I actually stick myself in beauty and body art and not in just chatting. I don't seem to... I mean, overall, I feel very, very lucky with like trolls and weirdos on Twitch. Like, I was nervous when I started. Because, you know... People always say, you know, it's tough for girls. And it is. I mean, it is. But, like, for me, it hasn't been as tough as, like, you know, you see these stories about people just getting harassed daily. And I would like to take this moment to thank my mods for making that a reality, and a moment to thank my community for making that a reality, because like none of y'all put up with any type of like bullshit. Like just it's not going down here. I mean, you can, yeah. Financial domination, yeah. I mean, if anybody would like to be financially dominated, please feel free to subscribe, donate, or cheer bits. But that is not the goal here. A shield wall of nope. Hell yeah, music Al. Hell yeah. Although, I mean, you can meet people on Twitch. Alright, so we're going to want 1 and then 3. So this one, again, like this is, we have this one here anchoring kind of the center part. We're going to want to stay kind of close to kind of help. What do we got going on at the very top here? Yeah, so we've got like these parts we want to kind of cover up. So we'll go like right here and right here. Oh, see here, we've got that peeking through, but that should take care of that also. Let's see if it actually... We can be full 14-year-old boys, but we know how to draw a line. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. When I think about that kind of stuff, it's like, I mean, it's not like this is like, oh my god, a safe space stream where nothing offensive or lewd or, you know, mature is ever said, but it's just like, I don't know. You guys are such good people. I really... Okay, that's not happening. Ouch. Oh no, we're stuck. Okay. I just had a bad angle there. I really like appreciate the community that I've built on Twitch. Like it's not a community that like I have IRL, you know, for a variety of reasons, you know. My own anxiety and awkwardness, and just the fact that like I don't know people that share my interests in real life. What the hell, dude? It's like really tight right there. I can't get it to pull through. Some of your uncle's questions, like, hi, nosy uncle, you know, could you not? Yeah. Yeah, Daggett, exactly. I mean, I don't even feel like my interests are that necessarily niche, but they're certainly not really mainstream, I guess. I mean, like, if I ran into the average person on the street and I was like, man, who's your favorite Hollow Knight character? They'll probably get a... What was that lady with the she's drinking some cider or something? She's like, like that, and makes all the faces. You can steal the bread, but you can't steal the cats, Ninja. What would Daggett's stream be without Olive's butthole? Ow. Okay, no, that's not. And sometimes too, it's like, okay, so like you guys know how like French braiding or cornrowing works. It's like sometimes if I just get in at the wrong angle, or if my braids weren't neat, if I have like a piece here that's getting pulled at like more of an angle, and then I put like a braid in and it's pulling it that way, and then it kind of like pulls the hair, that can be kind of ouchy. So I just need to find a good spot here where it's gonna, okay, not get hooked on everything and also like not hurt me. There we go. Yeah. can you please get me a transfer in Portland? Oh, okay, okay, look how nice it's laying that direction. And then, what the fuck? Why are you like this, braid? Need just a little bit more slack, I think. Why? Quit it! There, that's not really better, is it? Fucking hey, dude. This one's being so difficult. Honestly, son, I would tell him. I'd be like, you know what? I love hearing from you, but you need to quit asking me about this type of shit because you're ruining my mood. And if you can't do that, then I would prefer you not call again. And if they take offense to that, I'd be like, look, I'm just keeping it real with you. I'm communicating. Called because you wanted to talk. I'm talking to you. I'm keeping it real. Like, I just have so little patience for that kind of shit. And it's like, if they don't realize they're doing it, then they should take that as open communication. Be like, oh man, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. And if for some reason they're like the kind of person that's like, ha ha ha, let me, be a mean fucker. Like, literally, fuck you, don't call me anymore. Okay. It's a ninja. Stop it. And yes, we do love you, son. Like, literally, if my stream can have any sort of relaxation, happy making, or just distraction factor for anybody else, like, that's huge. I stream more of my videos. Hello, YouTube people in the future, if this ever makes it up onto YouTube. I never published my last couple hair streams. They're sitting exported but not published on my vlog channel. Okay, so here's the thing. I feel you on that, son. But for me, it's different for everybody. For me, I already feel that a little bit, even if it's just a regular ass conversation. So I figure, say what needs to be said. And two, because, like, what I've learned is, like, nobody's gonna, like, speak up. Like, people without social anxiety, why don't you speak up? Like, not necessarily, like, to protect people with anxiety, but, like, in other situations, like in work situations, like, I would look around. Of course, maybe more people have social anxiety than I realize. Maybe I'm projecting social normality onto them when really they're maybe more anxious than me. But, like, you look around at all these people that I really don't think have social anxiety because, whatever. And it's like, why aren't any of these people speaking up? Which, number one, also makes me more anxious because then it's like, oh man, it's not me. It's like my responsibility. But if it's like something that's like, well, okay, it's not my business, maybe I won't speak up. But if it, like, affects me directly, I don't know. It's taken me almost 40 years, but I guess, like, I just have to speak up. Like, I can't not say, hey, tolerating your silliness. Of course, Dino. You're butt spot. Thinking about starting a rando, but don't know if you can finish one. Well, okay. Number one, let me link this for you because I was gonna do this earlier and then I forgot, and I think I have it in tab because I have lots of tabs that are useful open and nobody can judge me for that. If you click on this, like, it doesn't automatically come up anymore, but if you click around on it or you click on something, Daggett, you'll get a little box that will let you toggle some of the stuffs off. Um, if you want to do a rando, I definitely vote for you doing a rando. And if you want to make it a little shorter, you don't have to play on Junk Pit. I mean, I always play on Junk Pit, but that's just because I'm, masochistic. Son, yes, also to that. It's like you feel like at work it's part of your job. But guess what? You are your job too. That sounds dumb, but like you have to make yourself more of a priority than your job, which is for other people. Like you are a priority. All you guys are a priority. The fucked up thing is a lot of times nobody else will make you a priority. You got to make yourself a priority, and there's nothing to feel bad about with that. Yeah. Yes, Daggett. 100%. Like, I can't even put my finger on all the elements of it, but like I couldn't be like this if y'all were like sitting in a room like watching me do this. Like that would be like I literally kind of just got a sweat thinking about that. But like physically being around people to me is so like but it's not that I don't like people. I mean, I like you guys. And hopefully at this point, like, we actually could hang out and it would be cool. But, like, streaming takes away a little bit of a barrier. Hi, Ribbons. But yeah, Daggett. And plus, like, if you start a rando players will come and they will help you. And I'm including myself in that. And probably Luke in that. And who knows who else in that. And you did real good. And that map will help you a ton. As far as like, man, is there a check in this area, or am I forgetting a room, or I want to go over here, where do I get here, without having to actually like buy your maps. Yeah. If he's calling in a loving way and he thinks that that's loving and it's really not, then he would appreciate knowing that. And if he's calling and it's not in a loving way, then literally fuck him. To sum it up. Yeah, and if it's just part family obligation, it's like, hey, I'm alive over here, bye. Obligation complete. Yeah, hopefully not. That one dude who was like, man, but you need to go get this mask piece though, dude. You can go buy a mask piece right now and you'll have another mask. I think you should go and get this mask. Well, you just died, so obviously you need to get this mask. And I don't know if he left after I was like, look, bottom line is Daggett knows whether he wants to buy the mask. He knows what masks do. It's not like he doesn't know that a mask shard is going to give him extra health. He doesn't want to get the mask. Shut the fuck up. I didn't say that because that would be, unmodderly. Is that a word? Son you are a wonderful cheerleader, son. You do not need to be like giving step-by-step directions like I do to be a useful contribution to a stream. Cheerleaders are important also. Cheerleaders are always important. Especially because when you're playing, like, man, just everything's impossible and everything sucks and you know you're the worst player ever and everything is going wrong. And then you have one person in chat and they're like, you can do it. And then like, you're like, maybe I can do it. Then you do it and everything's great. Yeah. Well, yeah. Monitor is a really good word. And control too. I mean, like, especially as the streamer, like if all of a sudden I'm like, man, like I just can't do it anymore. Like I have that button right there and I can click that button and stop streaming and nobody can stop me. Same thing in chat. If you're just like, man, I kind of need to step away from a minute. Like nobody can, force you to, you're not stuck. Like if you go out and you're like, at a restaurant or at your job or at, the mall or wherever the fuck, like kind of, you can leave, of course, you can always leave, but you can't just like instantly step back and you're not instantly back like in your home or in your safe space. Whereas Twitch, like if you at any point like are just like, not into it or not down for it or whatever anymore, like just that quick, it can be over. It's fully in your control. And I think the control part of it is a big part of it. For me, I think just like the physicalness of it too. Like, I don't know what it is, like being around people, strangers especially, but even just like people, like, exhausts me. And streaming most of the time, like, I feel like it invigorates me. Like, it really, streaming is wonderful. Gosh, is that, are we gonna need 4 more? No, 2 more. Are we gonna need 3 more here, or just 2 more? Let me put this one in. Oh, Musical's gotta go. Bye, Musical. Thank you for hanging out. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Yeah. Well, and a lot of fights are like that. You're like, you've built up. Oh, that went through way too far. Okay. So when I was saying like earlier about how you don't have to, oh, that's all tangled. You don't have to pull a whole bunch through. Like this is an example of pulling way too much through. But it's fine. We'll fix it. I mean, it's not the worst thing ever. It's not irreplaceable. It's creating more pull through and friction on your braid than is really necessary, because you got to pull it all back through. There are fights that you get used to doing in a certain way, and rando, all of a sudden you're like, oh, wait, I don't have that. Or speed runs too. No, I mean, maybe. The reason I think he was serious is because he didn't say a word more after I was like, Daggett can make his own decisions. And I know, because, I mean, Daggett had a couple times during his actual casual playthrough who were trying to tell him, like, well, when you're fighting Lost King, you really want to put on poop because it makes the ghosts easier. And Daggett was like, you know what? I'm never wearing poop. Ever. I'm not making this fight easier. I'm making this fight harder. He literally said, he was like, well, I'm never going to do that because you told me to. All right, Daggett, I'll see you probably in a little bit. We're almost done here. Good luck. And, yeah, especially you're part of the HKR. There is a stream announcements channel in there if you are so inclined. I mean, I think I've only used it like once because I thought people might be into the enemy rando. Usually I stick to my own Discord, but like if you're looking to draw on some more rando people, because a lot of people are sitting around today going, man, it's not race night, what's going on? Yeah, and so Daggett also was not like, Clint, can you please take care of this goddamn backseater and do your job as a mod? But I just like, I don't know, he was a little more persistent than I found to be polite. I'm really feeling unsure of whether I want to add 2 or 3 here. I mean, if I look at how these 2 are spaced and look at them here, like probably it'll be okay to just do 2 more. Like 3 would really be a cram, but I could put this one back a little farther. 2 would be like, 3 would be like, you know what? I probably should do 3 because this is the toppity top. Do I want to scoot these back further? Like, should these be going more like this than like this? Of course, this one will go. Of course, how are we looking in the back also? Okay, let's see if I can. Oh, that looks pretty good, actually. Like, you can see a little bit here, but also, too, like, once everything is in, and a lot of times I'll, like, gather my hair back, that's actually probably fine. Like, that, I don't quite like that, but, I mean, you do that and it's fine. What do we got going on the other side here? Yeah, this is pretty good. Like, there's a little bit of... I mean, it's not like you can't have any parts or anything showing. It's just like, I don't want any big, huge parts showing. The thing that makes me a little bit more self-conscious, and if I've missed any chat, I apologize, because chat is like going like way faster than I expected. Like, everybody is here and chatting. Like when I'm doing nail streams, and I'm like down for nail art, like you guys get this view. So I want it to be like fairly full. See, like that's pretty. Let's just do 2 more on one side and see how it looks. And if it looks dumb, we'll replace them, and we will replace, not replace, and we'll do 3. Smart. Hey, 2 dudes. You have, well, I mean, I was gonna say you haven't missed anything. You missed a whole head of braids, but I mean, like, we just been sitting here, like, basically hanging out. Like, I probably almost could have been in just chatting, except, like I said, just chatting does attract more trolls, I think. From my experience. Thank you, son. Yeah. I mean, this is like for real, the final stretch. It's just so weird, because like I've got it up on here and it's acting like my mirror, except it's not a mirror, it's a cam. And if I want to look in the mirror, then I need to like look in the actual mirror. Oops. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like I don't know. I love how supportive this community is. It's everything I ever wanted. Like the porch, Jerry's community. I wanted to build my community like that, like a little family. Oh fuck. God damn it. Where'd my hole go? This one's too little to go through with my fingers. Fuck, I'm gonna have to do it over. Sometimes the front can be tricky. Okay. Try this again. And like, you know, a couple of these are like a little bit further back, but you know, we've got like a drape. These front 4 are the main ones. I mean, we don't want to place it like, you know, back here for the first one. Like, we want to get pretty close to the front without like pulling or being too tight or being too much pressure. There. That's better. And then, I need 2 there. Okay, that's obvious to me now. Let me do this other front one real quick. A quesadilla for dinner tomorrow. Heck yeah. The leftover quesadilla I had, what the heck night was that? It was so good. Heat it up in the oven, son. Well, you probably already know that hack. It was so, I mean, it tasted like not even leftover. I'm already given directions for tomorrow. Tomorrow's stream, by the way, you guys, I know a lot of times Sunday is late. Tomorrow's stream may be late. I'm going to my niece's birthday party, and I may get home on time or I may not, and I'm actually not sure if it is a food event or not, although maybe it's a food event, so I don't know if I'm going to need to have dinner when I come home or not. Oh, lasagna. Okay, so, like I said, this one's here. We want this one here. A little bit of an angle right under the braid. Slip it on. Close it up. Pull it through. Hook it, pull it through, and pull it through. Oh, you're a little wonky. Why are you wonky? You'll be fine. Yeah, those are pretty even. Like I said, this is the view you guys are gonna have when I'm doing nail art. So let's see. Are any 2 of you matching enough to Maybe these two. Yeah. Okay, so we'll do like that. Oh, super fuzzy. I mean, look at all that. Well, like I said, it's not a mirror. Cranberry bars, like cranberry bars, like fig bars, where it's like a oaty layer and then like a fruity layer and then like another oaty layer, or like a different kind of cranberry bar. I have mixed feelings on cranberries. I don't hate them, but it's not like, ooh, cranberries. I mean, it's just, you know, they're kind of. I also don't know that I've ever had like a fresh cranberry. I like cranberries in trail mix, like as a raisin alternative. Like they're a little bit tartar and sour than a raisin. Like if you have a trail mix that's like granola and maybe like some dried fruit that's gonna be on the sweeter side, and then like some cranberries just to add a little bit of like a tanginess. Oh my god, that was my stomach. I'm sorry. Walnuts and chocolate. Okay, well, boo. Okay, so these are going to be like quite close together. Like I said, I had been using the 1 finger gap rule. And by the 1 finger gap rule, we'd have a braid here. But then we would have like a lot of space. So since this is the top, we're going to do 2 fingers. And they're not really going to have much of a gap at all. A shortbread layer, the cranberry jamminess, and then a streusel layer. Hell yeah. Streusel is one of the best things ever. Period. Oats and butter and fucking brown sugar. Yes, please. All the streusel, please. I had this conversation with my mother yesterday when we were like at the candy store and after the candy store, like the difference between streusel and strudel. And I know the difference, and I know they're 2 different things, but I can't keep the words straight in my head. So at some point, I'm going to call a strudel a streusel and a streusel a strudel. And hopefully just from, you know, context, whoever I'm talking to knows which one I mean. That one's quite snug. Oh, so yeah, once I have this done, these will be, I'd say like 4 to 6 weeks, probably. I had the last ones in for almost 2 months. Was it over 2 months? Might have been over 2 months, because I don't know. They got away from me. The main thing is, like, of course, your hair continues to grow. And so the cornrows, which were nice and slick and tight, will eventually start to be a little bit looser. And the front, too, in particular, you know, as it, like, grows out and gets looser, the braids start to kind of migrate back a little bit. You'll know that's happening when I start wearing headbands. Because once the front goes, the headbands, really, you could get another couple weeks of it still looking pretty good. Or just, like, relay the edges, you know, like, swoop them up in there. Slimy cram. Ooh. No, that doesn't sound good. See, now almond paste is another thing that I'm not, of course, a fan of because it involves almond. But my mom and her sister, they're like on the lookout at Aldi for their holiday marzipan, which is, you know, almond paste. They're like, so I've got this contact at Aldi, and she said that they've got the labels for the marzipan, but they don't actually have the marzipan in yet, but it'll be in soon. So you know this here, especially since this is at the front. Like in the back, you're not going to notice that. That's not something we'll need to worry about. Okay, so again, 3, except we're going to do 2. So we'll want to line it up like right here. Only for a little bit longer, son. We got 2 more braids to go. And then I gotta find dinner. Oh my god, it's almost 8. Okay, this took me a lot longer than I thought. But I don't mind because it was such a fun stream. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Maybe I should do this more often. Like, it makes me very, you know, we were just talking about how comfortable like I feel streaming, but honestly, like having the big head camera still is a little bit of nerves. Like, I don't know. I'm used to the cam. I always knew that I would stream with a cam if I started streaming, even though, like, you know, being on camera is not my favorite thing. I'm used to the small cam, but being like the main focus of attention, like the big head cam, like, is still different. But I also was like kind of concerned about the quality, and I think even though we are, you know, we had to go with only 30 frames per second, I think upping the resolution was a good move. You know, I mean, relatively speaking. You know, you can at least see what I'm doing here. So, yeah, like, just imagine, I mean, the gap wouldn't have been, like, quite that big. It would have been, like, half that big, but that's too big of a gap for this row. See, I still, like, right here, I feel like, see, I might need to just, like, re-crochet this one. See how it's, like, it just isn't quite laying flat. And sometimes it's just something weird. Like, there is another braid, like, right under it, so I didn't do, like bricklayer. You know how bricks are, like, like, that's kind of the pattern you want when placing braids, like I said, so that the layer on top falls in the space of the layer underneath it, and it doesn't get, like, too bulky. Like, see how I just, like, laid those down a little flatter, and then, like, it's all smooth compared to, like, if they're, like, bunched on top of each other, or I don't know if I'm explaining that well, but I may just need to put, because, like, on this side it looks fine, and on this side it just looks a little gappy, so I might just need to make this a little bit more like that than like that. We'll see. What I usually do is I wear it for, like, a day. I look at it with a real critical eye, look at it, you know, in the back with a mirror a while, and then, like, make any adjustments, whether that's taking a few out or adding a few in, just to get things looking a little bit more even. So here we go, our last one. Make it even in there and even with the other one. Wait, what? Oh, I'll go over that real quick at the end of stream here. Dino, I've got my list right here. We talked about it a couple times. So we did 2 planning sessions on stream already for 12 Days of Christmas, with notes and stuff. And at the end of the last one, I had picked 5 of 6 designs. We need 6 designs because we're going to be revisiting the designs as water marbles. All right, you guys. We're done. This is still bugging me. Right now, that's the only spot that I think is bugging me. Because, yeah, I mean, nobody's going to have this view. Nobody's going to, but that's the spot. Or is that the other side of the spot? But yeah, I mean, nobody's going to be looking at that. People are just going to see, like, you know, and that looks, hi there. Okay, that's creepy. Let's not do that. Boy, like, having hair on my neck again. And then, of course, too, like, just take, like, a couple, like, I'll take, like, these 2 and just, like, tie it up. Okay. Yeah, something like that. So yeah, I had come up with 5 of 6, and then I kind of decided on a 6th, and then we'll be reusing the techniques and the colors / materials for a water marble. Yes, and if there's anybody new here who's not a part of my Discord, please do feel free to join. So here I'm not sure what we're going to do on the order yet, because I kind of like to start easier and work up toward more hard things, and I've kind of got a lot of things in here that are intermediate to advanced rather than beginner. So sugar plum design, like sugar plum fairies, except like probably actually like sugar plums, done with loose glitters. Not like glitter placement, like actually like loose glitter, like either like pour it on and then have like a textured finish, which would really give a sugar plum look, or like burnishing it into the how about like a piece of burnishing it in with the gel adhesive that I have. Although that would give less of a like sugar plummy look. I'm kind of leaning toward poured loose glitter for the freehand sugar plums, and then burnished loose glitter for the water marble is my initial like thought. We have to get to testing on this. We already have a head start, but if I don't actually start, then we're going to lose this head start that we have. Snowflakes with possibly glitter accents / glitter placements, and possibly on top of like a radial gradient, like a round one. That's one that I really need to like think about and consider like how that would transfer to a water marble. Nail foil poinsettias. Nail vinyls. We got this, what did somebody call it? Somebody gave it a name. The one that's shaped like, it's kind of shaped like a bell clapper. Some of you, if you guys know vinyls really well, you might know what I'm talking about. And then like as far as the water marble for that, it either would just be a direct color translation, or my thought was I have these little tiny candy cane vinyls that I could possibly like place a few of those and then have like a striped water marble popping through like little candy cane vinyls. So that's, you know, work in process. Coal, like a stocking full of coal done with the bubble technique. We got to fit this bubble technique in here somewhere. I've got that gunmetal chrome, depending on if we want our coal to be bling coal. Is that a thing? And then for the sixth one, I'm kind of leaning toward ornaments done with magnetic polish. And then we also would do a magnetic polish water marble. That one, perhaps more than any of the others, is going to be dependent on whether the magnetics water marble. Like most of the others, we'll be able to, okay, this doesn't work for water marbling, switch it out something, and the freehand doesn't necessarily have to be in anything particular. But the ornaments, I mean, it's all going to come down to whether or not the magnetics water marble. This is the abbreviated list that we came up with. We also had 3 pages of notes in the sketchbook. So we had like, what was it? Oh, we were talking about wreaths and garlands. What is this? Oh, this was knitting when we were talking about the knitting one. And then we've got like a couple notes for snowflakes, a couple notes for nail foils. There, that's the vinyl shape. That shape. Or possibly the diamonds, but probably this shape. And then, oh hey, when I was talking earlier about little bows, like that type of just a simple little bow. Like picture, you know, an ornament coming down off of that. Gingerbread is crossed out because I didn't want to buy gingerbread vinyls and I don't trust myself to draw a gingerbread man. The lump of coal, I know this looks like a little bowl of popcorn. The colors and the texture are going to make a difference. And then I really would have to think about how that worked for the water marble too, as far as how to incorporate the bubble technique into the water marble. And then like, I don't know, there's some more. Oh, we talked about down here, like this whole section. My baker's dozen 13th design, if I can get my ass together, would be Grinch Stole Christmas water slide decals. I've got like a different one on each finger. So that would take just like some, you know, finding the stuff online and like getting it actually printed on my water slide decals. But then I realized that like would not translate at all to a water marble. So it's not going to work as far as the 12 Days of Christmas with the theme. but it could be a pre or post 12 Days of Christmas holiday manicure. Yeah. Oh, are you talking about the one, son, where you do like a color and then you do like a little bit of the color on top and then you bubble and then the bubble like makes the color like an effect? That wasn't a very good description. Yeah, I hope so too, two dudes. I've seen it. I wish I could remember where I saw it so I could go back and like take a couple notes. Yeah. No. Oh my god, those would be the creepiest fucking gingerbread ever, kitty. Ah! Now I kind of want to do it. Oh my god, demon gingerbread man. I mean, we could do like the little face design that I have crossed out there. Like I was like, well, maybe if I don't trust myself to draw a gingerbread body, we could just do a big old gingerbread face. And then I was like, that's creepy as fuck. Let's not do that. But now I'm picturing them with like all the jack-o'-lantern faces, like, it seems like a bunch of them. Okay, my plates are right here. Or is it easily found? So many of them have like scary teeth, like sharp fucking. Okay, you guys are getting a reflection of me showing you this. And a reflection of my chat. Hopefully you can see the faces in there. I mean, there's a couple faces that aren't super creepy. But, I mean, picture a gingerbread man with this face. Is that not nightmare shit right there? No. Yes. No. Yes. Like, I hate it and I love it at the same time. Okay, what fell? I need to... The top of the Helmers are a disaster again. We got to put away this hair. Well, it's boxes right here. It'll just go back in there. But, yeah, you guys, that's it for today. I think, aside from this, like, every time I look my head down, I'm just like, why can't I see this right here? And it's probably, like, not even that big of a deal. Like, who other than me is going to care about that? But, yeah, we got our braids did. And I'm pretty sure I know where we're going, but let me just check and see. I think I'm sending you to Daggett. What we've got, which? Not a miracle. And frosting blob hair. Yeah, gingerbread is, well, most gingerbread is like crisp or like, crunchy cookies, and I'm not like a crunchy cookie person. I'm a chewy cookie person. I mean, I'm not a chewy cookie person. I like to eat chewy cookies, even if they're shaped like persons. You didn't get a notification for Daggett? Fucking Twitch. Well, Twitch already tried to tell Musical I was offline earlier, so I know that's a thing. Oh, Pancakes is doing his rando too for the Epilogue Gaming Hollow Knight, or Epilogue EGSE. But I think I'm going to send us to Daggett. Because Pancakes has a whole bunch of viewers, and Daggett does not have a whole bunch of viewers yet. So, I think what I'm going to do, if you guys want to check out Pancakes, if you want to get that dual stream going... If you want to get that... Oh, that's not a shout out. If you want to get that dual stream going, go ahead and check out Chocolate Chip Pancakes. But I'm going to rate us over to the Daggett, who's doing his second ever rando. Looks like he restarted his computer because his camera's working good so far. He was having camera issues earlier. He said he hoped a restart would fix it. I'm rambling. I'm hungry. I'm really pleased that this stream went so well. Thank you guys all so much for hanging out. You're welcome, Doc. Everybody, I'm gonna go find some food and then I'm gonna sit myself down and watch Daggett stream. And since it's already 8 o'clock, I'm gonna go ahead and say that, like, I'm very unlikely to be back this evening, but I will be back tomorrow. Possibly slightly late, but we will. Look, Dr. Crotron knows what's up. Dr. Crotron providing the multi-stream layout. So yeah, no evening stream tonight because it's gonna take me, I don't know, it's gonna take me a while to cook and eat and all that, and it's already like, I feel weird if I start streaming after 8, even though I am somewhat known for streaming until very late hours of the morning. It's not 100% ruled out, but we're gonna say it's like 90% ruled out. But I will be back tomorrow at a time that may be a slightly later time because I'm, like I said, I said all these things already. Let's say thank you. I hope you have a wonderful evening, afternoon, or morning, wherever you are. And I hope I'll see you next time.
Did a benchmark now?
Oh, it was day. And yes, if you're watching on YouTube, if this ever makes it onto YouTube, thank you for hanging out. Subscribe if you like random shit, I guess. My vlog channel is no longer really vlogs. This is just a place where I put things that don't belong on MSLP or on my gaming channel. So I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.